Go ahead.
I believe we got everybody here. All right. Where last we left off, you guys had maneuvered your way through the rest of the first level of Undermountain and had come across a couple of interesting things of note. To begin with, you came across a revenant who introduced himself as Haleth Gark, a former half-elven adventurer belonging to an adventuring party known as the Fine Fellows of Daggerford. He claimed that they had beaten him for dead and left him for dead, and offered to show you a secret passage that led into the second level of Undermountain if you agreed to join him and help him exact his revenge. Along the way, you came across a quadruple group of bugbears who sounded like Curly, and Mo. Not really. I'm bad at accents. But they said they belonged to the Xanathar Guild, a thieves guild belonging to the city of Waterdeep, and offered you passage along the first level of Undermountain if you agreed to pay up a little bit. You counteracted by threatening to have them allow you safe passage, have them give you all their gold, and you would let them live. A fight ensued. You guys came out the victors. You did, however, leave one of the bugbears alive. Two of them alive, if I remember correctly.
I think one ran away.
One ran away. Yep, one ran away before the fight even started. You eventually made your way down to the second level of Undermountain, where you came across a bazaar being run by goblins, who was the head of which was surprisingly not a goblin, but a human being, a fairly handsome, princely-looking human being who introduced himself as Yek. In the room where he was, you found a dwarf whose beard had been shaved, tied up in chains, and Haleth identified this dwarf as Copper, one of his former adventuring party members. He made his way to Copper with the intent to kill. You blocked him temporarily, though not without a little bit of a scuffle. Copper cried out in fear that, yes, he was in fact responsible for killing Haleth. You let Haleth be, and Copper's neck was snapped. In the process, you hired one of the bugbear guards within that area to show you the way to the third level of Undermountain. This bugbear introduced himself as Taco and has, after some additional payment, agreed to guard you while you're on this level. Along the way, Halith led you to the second member belonging to the Fine Fellows of Daggerford, a woman who appeared to be a priest in her own right. Firing holy bolts of energy at him did not seem to deter him, and her own neck was snapped. She she was in a room that was comfortably seated, along with food and wine that seemed to replenish by itself. And it also possessed a picture of Halaster Blackcloak, which Treverin promptly drew a mustache on. You have followed Haleth to where he believes the third and final member of the Fine Fellows of Dagford is, and came across a magic door which had been locked, but which now has a dwarf-sized hole through it. Upon bursting through, you notice four strange, one-eyed creatures that are circling around you like ravenous wolves, and they are getting ready to attack. We've already rolled initiative. Vigo from the outset, with having followed Dreloff through this dwarf-sized hole in the door. You see these four creatures. What do you do?
That face to I will.
Is it just me, or can I not find this on the map?
How about
Oh,
now?
there we are. Okay.
I think it was just you. I will move and attack.
All right, go for it.
Where is there? You are.
20 hits. All right. Charging off to the south, you go after the first creature who seems to be circling about, who stops and braces himself as you take the Morning Star and clock him on the side of the face.
And again.
The second one will miss. He sees it coming the second time around through a bludgeoned eye and ducks before your Morning Star connects a second time.
That is it.
As you kind of smack down on top of him. Actually, I take that back. That happens. Okay, Kay, you're up next.
I will charge the northmost one.
Okay.
2 smack.
Ducking through the dwarf-sized hole in the door, past Draloff, you draw your weapon out in the form of a longsword, beckoning it to your side, the familiar shadowy wisp playing off of the hilt. You come across the creature's bottom lip, we'll say, and you do connect. Go ahead and roll damage.
For both of them?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. There you go.
All right. You got once and twice, bits of dark black blood begin to spittle out from the cuts, and the creature looks back at you with an angry gaze.
That'll be it.
All right. All right. The Revenant on his turn is just going to go ahead and dash in straight to the square of the middle. And that will be his turn. Julie, you're up.
All right, Julie's gonna move in and try to finish this one off.
All right. Pushing past Reloff, interestingly, just being the first one through the door and not being the first one in combat. The rest of you kind of charge past him, stuttering him for a little bit, as you move in towards the one injured by Kay. Corinne, 20 connects. All right. He looks battered and injured and about ready to keel over.
Hit him with my second attack.
Okay. The second attack will not land. He manages to be surprisingly quick on his feet. As you bring the greatsword down in an attempt to behead him, he manages to duck backwards.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Taco the Bugbear is next, who's going to go all of up there, looking through the hole and waiting. The 4 creatures are going to go next. The creature that you just harmed, Julie, is going to turn around and look in your direction, and I need you to make a deception check for me. Okay. Its eye glows a strange green, even through the bits of black blood it's damage, and you hear a voice within your head say,
The seed shall bear bitter fruit. Already we see it in you.
One more time, please. You can give it to me in your regular voice if you want.
"The seed shall bear bitter fruit. Already we see it in you."
Interesting. Okay.
The 3 remaining, well, let's start with these 2 down here. They are going to look at your direction, Vigo, and I need you to make 2 subsequent Constitution saving throws. 1 failure, 2 failures. All right. As they both gaze at you with this rotting necrotic strange effect, you're taking a total of 18 points of necrotic damage. Finally, the one up in the top right corner is going to come down in your direction, Kay, and taking its 2 claws, it is going to attempt to claw into you. That's a miss, and that's also a miss, I believe.
Correct, because I'm using a sword and shield.
Okay. Trevor, you're up next.
Considering what I can see, might help I get off that. I am going to just move to right about here, past the bugbear, target that guy, and hit him with a firebolt.
Okay, you duck down, Drelloff's ass clear in view, and then you shift your head over just a little bit enough to see that creature.
I'd assume 26 hits.
It's taking a... Well, it shows an 11 on my screen.
That's the damage.
Oh, I see. It didn't roll the. It didn't show the roll on my screen. But yes, 26 will hit. All right. So unleashing a firebolt into that one as it's kind of laughing in Julie's head, it just kind of keels over from the firebolt. Julie, as you're kind of shaking it off, and you watch as it kind of claws away at the fire and unleashes an hideous, almost too humanoid scream as it kind of falls over dead.
All right, and that's gonna be my turn. I'm gonna move
Okay.
right there and call it done.
All right, Sind, you're up next.
I'll move to there. I'm assuming that he's already engaged this one.
Yes. All right. He fails the wisdom save. So, and he's going to take the 22 points of necrotic. Yep, the full 22 points. Ouch. Ouch. Those were good rolls. All right. He kind of reels back after unleashing a necrotic gaze in Vigo's direction, and surprisingly kind of turns around and looks in your direction.
And I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Droloff, the entire rest of the party practically pushes past you in an effort to charge these guys, while you're stuck there in the front of the door, letting them all kind of push past you. You think at the back of your mind, wait a minute, I thought I was the best one.
Oh, bastards. I'm gonna hit the one in the north. Oh, shit.
All right.
I didn't have my character sheet up.
Taking the cauterizer out, charging forward, you crit. You come down hard against...
Yeah, okay. I'll make sure I have the rage turned off.
Okay. You have it on or off?
Off.
Okay. All right. You come down hard with the cauterizer, practically taking one of the creature's limbs with it. With the first blow.
So he's still up?
He's still up. Coming in with the second strike. Kay, you'd have to duck your head before Droloff chops it off.
I didn't
And
think
you
you
have
could
to duck
swing
it
that
down
high.
really, really low. All right. Vigo.
I will 2 attacks on the one I'm engaged with.
All right, go for it. 18 connects. All right.
And
24 also connects. The creature is trying to crawl away as you're kind of slamming down against it, hissing at you. But you get 2 solid blows in, and this creature is beginning to stagger a little bit. He's clearly badly injured. And you can see as you come down with the Morning Star against parts of the flesh that have been practically rotted away by the Toll of the Dead spell that your cleric cast earlier. All right. Okay.
This thing's gotta die. That's all I know.
All right. 22 hits. 20 or 9 does not. All right. All right. So cutting in with his longsword, this creature staggers a little bit, but he's still standing.
Damn. Okay, that's it.
All right. Haleth is going to shift down to the one that's not engaged, and taking both claws, he's going to punch into it. To both fists, I should say. Is that rolling the base 2d6? 2d6 plus 4. Yep. All right. So first strike, second strike, he will punch this creature hard across the face both times, and that will cause him to stagger a little bit, but that one's also still standing. Julie, you're up.
All right. Julie will move over and see if we can finish this one off.
All right. Crit. And with just enough damage, at exactly 17 hit points, you come down hard with the great sword right across the eye, and it just kind of falls over dead as you do.
All right, and then Julie's gonna continue his to a full move this way, and be done.
Okay. Taco, saying that the battle is strongly going in the party's favor, is going to shift in. Oh, right about there, I think. And pulling out from his bag a javelin, he is going to chuck it at the one Vigo is engaged with. Crit missing. So he tries to pull it out from his back, and it gets stuck, and he can't quite pull it out. All right. The two creatures who are still remaining go next. The one is going to shift around up here and take 2 claws against Halith. And the top one will hit, the other one will not. It gets 1 solid claw damage into Halith. You can see bits of rotted flesh get kind of torn away. Halith doesn't even remark. Nothing. The one that's next to you, Vigo, is also going to take its 2 claws into you. And both of them are going to miss. AC of 20. Treverin, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna move 10 feet in, and targeting this guy, I'm gonna hit him with a firebolt.
Okay.
Oh.
I assume that crit 27 does hit.
Yeah, it's for whatever reason I'm not seeing the attack roll for your firebolt on my end. So I'll go ahead and you're doing this on this one?
That one.
That one. Okay.
You're not seeing it all? Maybe I should
No.
reload, I guess.
Let me do it on your character sheet just to make sure it's not something on the sheet itself.
Because it's showing up on mine. I mean, I could screenshot it.
Yeah, none of us are seeing it. It's weird.
If I click on it, it shows up on my screen. Click on it on your end one more time. Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah,
Weird.
it's weird.
Okay. Anyway, so you get the firebolt on that one. It gets badly injured. It's still standing, just by a bit.
Okay.
Done for your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Send you're up.
Are these both still alive?
They are, but not by much.
I will target the one that Vigo is like, and I will hit it again.
All right. No, it does not save. You said the one next to Vigo, or the one
The
that
one
was
next
just
to
targeted?
Vigo.
One next to Vigo. Okay. Well, you're rolling really well in those d12s, I'll tell you what. And that one rears back its head as if a loud ringing noise is trapped inside and you can't get rid of it, and he just keels over. All right, done for your turn.
Hmm?
Gerloff, you're up.
Yeah, I was measuring him up.
Okay.
He's exactly 30. Go here, hit him. We'll attempt to hit him.
Okay. 24 connects. All right. You guys charge through the dwarf-sized hole in the door, and the magically locked door. See these creatures and plow through, just taking them all out with every bit of fury that you can muster. You're out of combat.
I'm gonna look around the room.
Stupid seed head people.
Okay.
Anything of note?
Looking around the room itself, you see there are several low-lying stone shelves along the wall, most of which are stuffed with crumbling pairs of dwarven boots. You can also see rusty dwarven helmets and dusty goggles, along with tattered leather straps hanging on pegs above them.
Uh,
Okay, I put both those rolls in Discord just so you can see, just for
Yep.
your own tracking purposes.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess I will ask Haleth where his body is asking him to go.
Haleth says,
I can sense him to the east.
East it is then. Tally ho. Time to kill some kids.
okay. As you're walking forward, a couple of things of note. In the rooms to the immediate north and south, in this small hallway are what look like some rusted water pumps, as well as some basins and toilets. In the room in front of you is an 8-foot high, 2-foot thick wall that is covered with hobgoblin skeletons and rusty armor. There is a 2-foot gap between the top of the wall and the ceiling.
Where would that be at?
Bisecting this room is an 8-foot high, 2-foot thick wall of hobgoblin skeletons, rusted armor, with a 2-foot gap between the top of the wall and the ceiling. I'm going to say over here
Is the armor on the floor or on the wall?
on the wall. The skeletons themselves are still wearing it.
So it'd be cutting across this way.
I believe it's along the wall itself.
How are the skeletons in armor staying attached to the wall? I guess Julie will go and see, because that's curious. Hello?
Yeah, I'm looking at it because I didn't
Oh,
read
all
this
right.
one. I don't remember this room. It just out of the book. Bisecting this room is an 8-foot high, 2-foot thick wall of hobgoblin skeletons and rusty armor with a 2-foot gap between the top of the wall and the ceiling. Tiny creature can pass through the openings in the wall. Climbing over the wall requires an athletics check. The wall can be easily broken apart or pushed down, but doing so creates a lot of clatter and summons the Nothics from the area you just cleared. So, for all intents,
So the wall is made out
made
of
of-
the skeletons and the armor.
It's like 300.
All right. They piled a bunch of bodies up. I get it.
Like the
I thought it was
catacombs.
a wall. I thought it was a wall with skeletons and armor on it, but it's actually
Well,
a wall of.
technically, it
skeletons
is.
for all intents and purposes, that's what you see along the wall.
Killy,
And-
being suspicious that these water pipes could be a trap,
Mhm.
is there any way I can discern if these are ever repairable, or are they? You said they're rusted. I mean, are they completely inop?
They look completely inoperable to you.
Okay. And same for the north one too.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
So,
Wait, you said this wall's climbable?
for all intents and purposes, I'm going to say this is an empty room because
Okay.
what I'm reading about the hobgoblins, that's already all there is.
I guess at this intersection, I will ask Sir Revenant.
He pushes his way towards the north, and
Julio.
as you begin making your way in that direction, you can even begin to hear the sounds of combat.
Ooh, let's go. Maybe it's the arena. I hope they have snacks.
All right, Julie, I'm going to say you get to about there.
All right.
Okay. Pushing your way forward in the room beyond, you can see a human. Well, let me add a couple things. There's a single lantern that rests in the middle of the room, providing the room some light, which I will now turn on. There we go. Inside, you can see several minecarts around the room that contain glittering heaps of copper ore. You see a wounded-looking warrior trapped barely in the corner over here. Backed into the corner by two more of those strange one-eyed creatures, as well as an insectoid-looking creature. And that looks like this.
Do we know what that is?
That motherfucker's meat eater bug.
Make a religion check.
Sure.
You don't know what it is.
Okay.
For the moment, these creatures haven't noticed you. However, you see, as you push forward, Haleth is beginning to make his way, and looks like he's getting ready to push forward and get into a fight.
And I will follow through with it.
Okay. So he pushes forward in front of the rest of you, Taco kind of hanging back for a hot minute, letting you guys take the lead. And from where you are now, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Moved one spot.
Power 7. All right.
All right. You also see, by the way, this warrior in the corner of the room has three of these one-eyed creatures dead next to him. At the beginning of his turn, he is going to second wind, and with a desperate cry of battle, he's going to charge forward next to one of the one-eyed creatures and chop against it. Both attacks connecting. That one's still standing. That's what he does. And then the Nothics following suit, that's what they're called, are going to gaze back at him. He manages to succeed on both con saves, taking no damage. Doc of the Bugbear is going to shift forward cautiously. And he, seeing that he's not going to get out of this one without too much of a hassle, going to try that javelin again. This time he's going to chuck it at the strange four-armed creature, missing wildly. So the javelin kind of goes sailing by, and at this point, the attention of these creatures kind of instantly shifts around towards your guys' direction. Draloff, you're up.
This. Oh shit! This guy. Damn it! Okay, he's in range. Considering this might get a little hairy, I'm going to bonus action ready and swing away at the fences at the one-eyed freak in front of me.
All right. Charging forward against the one engaged with the warrior in the corner, you come down with the cauterizer. Unfortunately, it shifts out of the way before the first blow can connect. The second blow, as you come down, taking the axe to the side and doing a sweeping strike, will connect. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. You do cut across this creature, and it staggers quite a bit. The warrior in the corner seems more than happy to get the help.
I want to burn the cauterizer's thing. Was it 40? The searing shit.
Searing smite.
Yeah, searing smite. Thank you.
G and Cure S, the cauterizer. Burn a charge, cast Searing Smite, level 1, DC 14, Searing Smite.
That's a D. Was it a D?
I'll say that normally you'd have to, if you want to add the Searing Smite on top of the strike, that's something you have to do as a bonus action before you make the strike.
Oh, okay. Then don't worry about it. I was just curious.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, you can still do it, but it's not going to apply until you land the second strike, until you land the next strike.
Okay.
So.
All right. It's my turn.
All right. Sind, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will attack the same one as Draylo.
Okay.
I will attack it with that.
Alrighty. Manages to save.
Gotcha. I've already moved,
Alrighty.
so.
Okay. Next in the order is Vigo.
Nope. I move forward 1, 2, 3, 6 to there and ready in action if somebody approaches within melee range.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Okay. Next in the order is Julie.
Let's see. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to fire at this one-eyed guy down here with my longbow.
Okay. All right. Both of your shots will actually connect. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. Let me roll my damage.
Okay.
There you go.
One more time.
All right. So I see 10 points of damage to the first strike. Is there a second strike in there?
Yeah, it's a 3. You don't see both rolls?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I roll a 10 and a 3.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is Treverin.
All right. I am going to move. It'll work. There we go. My 30 feet to there. And looking at the one Draloff is engaged with, I want to hit him with Firebolt.
Okay.
You see it? 25?
Mhm.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Just making sure.
And you said the same one Dralos next to?
Yes.
Okay. That one burns alive. That is out for the count.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So next in the order is Kay.
I'm gonna dash to him, and that'll be it.
All right. The Haleth you see is actually going to dash, pulling up his cloak in between the four-armed creature and Gark, and it seems to you like he actually is deliberately attempting to protect Gark from this creature, or protect the warrior from this creature. The four-armed creature starts forward against the warrior, but after having this undead creature block its path, it's going to take the trident. Actually, I take that back. It's going to look up in your guys' direction because you're all coming down on top of it, and it's going to cast this. Oops, try that again.
Holy crap.
We'll do this 17 points of damage, but 20-foot radius. Centered right on top of the four of you. So that doesn't apply until you guys actually start your turn, so don't worry about that
Oh,
just yet.
shit. Sorry.
Lucky for you. Okay, just focus, reading through that spell, just so I got everything down. All right, and once he's got that spell out, he is going to keep that focused. And that's all he's going to do for now. All right. The warrior is going to push forward against the four-armed creature and is going to attack him twice with his sword. Both attacks? Nope. The first attack will connect. The second attack will not. And that means this creature is going to have to make a con save, which it succeeds. Cloud kill still going. This creature down here is going to shift forward and take 2 claws into that warrior. And the 18 will connect. All right. Ducker the bugbear is going to shift all the way over, and taking a javelin is going to chuck it over at the four-armed creature. Which he will do at disadvantage because that's too far away. All right. Misses. Roloff, you're up. And you are not in the fog, so. All right, what do you do?
So I'm range. Okay, I'm gonna smack the would you call it forearm?
Captain Forearms. Four-armed insectoid-like creature.
Does that hit?
I don't see anything on my screen. I'm going to reload.
I also don't see anything.
What the heck? It was a 15.
Okay, hang on. 15 on the four-armed creature?
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Okay. Try again.
What did you roll on yours? Because I'm not excited to see the second one either.
I haven't rolled the second one yet. I was unloading,
Okay.
reloading.
There it is.
15.
15 does not connect either.
Okay.
All right, you come down twice against the creature. It takes its trident and parries both of your blows. All right. All right, next Singe.
All right. What am I doing?
You tell me. Oh, I'm sorry for the blight. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
It's blood, not blight. It's cloud kill.
yeah.
All right. DC to beat was 11, so you're going to take half that damage. So you're going to take 9 poison.
Hold on. Let me just. So 44. Okay. Let me just measure. Nope, that's not measure. I'm going there, and I will engage that.
All right.
Actually, like that, because he's within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Hang on just a second. I don't like not having the spell descriptions on some of this because I don't know all the spells. Con save or 1d6 rating. Okay. 2d6 in your case. The con save. Wow. Crit fail. Okay. The radiant damage goes out. He has to make another con save to focus on the cloud kill, which he still has active.
Okay, and I think.
Oh, hang on. You know what? I take that back. I rolled the wrong con save. I rolled the con save for the Revenant. I didn't roll con save for the creature. So what it actually rolls is a 20.
Oh, all right. Then never mind.
It's kind of moot. But okay. All right. Done for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Vigo, you're up next.
Move there, and I need to make a Constitution save.
Did you start your turn in the cloud?
Mm.
I did.
Okay, then you need to make a con save. Nope, not enough. 23 points of poison damage coming your way.
I'm resistant to poison, so it's half.
Half to 11.
All right. Jesus. And then I will attack the one-eyed creature to the south.
Okay, go for it. All right. Both attacks will connect, so. All right. Taking your Morning Star, you practically bludgeon this creature's eye out. It's still standing, though.
And that is it.
All right. Julie, you're up next.
Con save. Nope, no good.
All right. So you're taking 26 points of poison damage.
Ouch. All right. If I move here, am I sufficiently out of the cloud?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to activate my Eye of Burning Blood. Let the magic flow through me and into my sword arm.
Okay. Are you tracking those charges, by the way, as you use them?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's been enough time that I can use it without risk.
Okay.
I'm having seen it, what happens with that exhaustion. I want no part of that.
Okay. That's why I ask.
I've been careful. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to attack Mr. Forearm Fucknut.
Okay.
What a name you just gave him.
All right. 2 crits.
And because I get it,
All right. Coming down hard against the creature, it staggers badly as you unleash this magical rage against him.
does that 20 hit on the third shot?
27, 27, 20, and 19. All of those attacks will land. Is that an
No, it's
action surge?
27, 27, and then 20 because
20.
of my Great Weapon Mastery. Because
Gotcha.
I got
Yes.
a crit.
Okay, gotcha. Then yes, the 20 will land.
Yeah, the damage was 19, 20, and then 11.
Half the damage or 10, which was higher, so he's still focused. Wow, that cloud skill's still going. All right, what
And
was the third? What was the damage on the third?
11. 19,
11?
20, and 11.
Okay, I didn't see the 11, so.
Yeah, neither did I.
Other
Yeah, it was a
working tonight.
shitty roll. Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if it's the
Ari,
3D dice that's causing the issue.
it might be. I don't know. Do you have it turned on or turned off?
Mine's turned on.
Yours is
Mine's
turned on?
on.
Okay. Okay. I had turned mine off, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
And I show my action surge is used up, although I don't remember using it, so I guess I'm not going to action surge.
Okay.
I will second wind, however.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alrighty. Treverin, you're up next.
All right, I'll do my Constitution save.
18 will be enough. So you'll take half damage.
Okay.
Which is going to be
13.
13. Yeah, if these damn notifications from Wowhead stop popping up and blocking my view.
All right, and then going to move to there.
Okay.
And targeting the guy who put the cloud on me, I'm not real happy with. I am going to hit him with this instead.
Okay. That's on Forearm Freak?
Yep.
Okay. He resists. So he takes half damage.
Yep.
It's 5 points. He's
Okay.
still standing. And he does have to make a con save. All right, he fails. The cloud kill, after it had damaged all of you, is now gone.
All right, I feel justified now. So
Okay. Okay, you're up next.
Gonna smack him with that.
16 misses, I'm afraid. He raises his trident, even in his battered and bloody state, and parries the blow. You come down harder, bits of shadowy energy bounding off of the hilt, and manage to get the other strike through. How do you want to do this?
I don't know. Slice off his arms, I guess. I
Okay.
don't like that he has 4 arms.
You don't like that he has 4 arms, so you're going to deprive him of them.
Correct. If I can't have 4
Okay.
arms, no one can.
Okay. Hang on.
Fred Boat.
It's supposed to be a different music playing app. I don't know that it's working. I don't hear anything. I'll have to look at the volume controls in a minute here, if it has any. Anyway. I'm trying to get something else to work here. Yeah, so you chop off the arms. It reels back, kind of looks around at all 4 of his arms now on the ground, and for good measure, you just kind of blow into him, and he just kind of falls over.
Deal.
Seeing the one left open, Haleth is going to turn around towards the one remaining one-eyed creature, taking both of its fists and pummeling into it, one of the attacks connecting, and being enough damage that it does actually take it out. So, for all intents and purposes, you take out the assault against the warrior. However, at the end of it, you watch as Haleth turns around towards the warrior in all of his grisly beauty and says in a cold voice,
Ah, Rex. Oh, dear Rex. I never did get to give you a fair farewell.
You can see terror mounting behind the warrior's eyes, but it quickly tames as he furrows his brow and says, "You do it then, you son of a bitch." Do any of you intervene?
Yes,
What do you do?
Julie's like, do what?
you see it right there
Okay, on who?
on the Revenant.
What's your DC?
You fail. It's 14.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick. So, here's the trick of that. Hold
Uh-huh.
person only works on humanoids.
Is a
He's not a
Revenant
humanoid.
not a humanoid?
He's undead. So you try to get the spell off and it doesn't connect.
Then I'm turning undead.
Remnants are immune to turn undead.
Mm.
So, you try to get both of those off. The Revenant tackles the warrior to the ground and starts punching him. Anything else?
Yeah, straight up attack the Revenant.
Okay.
Because I'm getting to the point where I'm not believing. After we killed the last one that killed the priestess, I guess it
Okay.
was a priestess.
Yep. You're not believing it. So here's what I'll say.
Hmm.
Because you tried 2 spells and it failed. He manages to knock him prone and get at least 3 attacks out on the warrior before you start trying to go in for the attack. And of those 3 attacks, the first and the third, actually because he knocks him prone, he'll have advantage. So the first attack, it will land for 11 points of bludgeoning. The second attack, just make sure it doesn't crit. No, it doesn't. Will land for 11 points of bludgeoning. And then a third and final attack will land for 9 points. And at this point, the warrior is almost down. So whoever is jumping into this, Taco's staying out of it. I need you to roll initiative. And the warrior's weapon in question has been moved away from him.
Clicked off my guy, but that's a 1.
Okay. Okay. If anybody else is joining in, feel free to roll your initiative now. If not,
Yeah, I am. Hold on. Let's see. Soon's moving in. Did you get that 19?
I got an initiative of 6 for Dreloff is what I got.
Oh, yeah, 6. I've rolled twice because it's in the tracker. All right.
Julie's rolling initiative in case he wants to act.
It's added the 19 to your turn order here. It just didn't show it in the chat channel. I'm going to turn on 3D dice and see if that helps in my end. All right. So you can see that the warrior in question is almost healed over. Dreloff, what do you do? If
We'll try to
anything.
grapple. I'm gonna try to grapple the revenant and pull him off.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Like what? Strength? What?
Hang on.
Should be an
It's not working
athletic.
much either. It's going to be an athletics contest, yes. So just make a athletics check for me. All right. You tiny dwarven body gets around the half elf who is mercilessly punching into the creature who has tackled the warrior to the ground and pushed his weapon aside. You can't do much of anything from that. So. Done for your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna ask Singe what the hell he's doing.
I've come to believe I don't trust what this Revenant is doing. After the priestess's murder, I've felt very shaken by this whole ordeal.
Is that okay?
And I'm going to say it may feel that it's justified in seeking its revenge, but I don't know that it was outright truly murdered.
By the way, he's still punching while this conversation is going on. Okay, that's your turn. Julie.
All right, Julie's gonna, hearing that, step up and attack the revenant with this greatsword.
Okay, go for it.
Sorry, make those my 2 rolls.
Okay, 8 misses, 23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do you see the damage?
Nope.
No.
It's an 11.
Thank you.
Shitty roll.
I swear, technology is just not working tonight. Okay.
Wait a minute. It rolled a 1 and a 2, and then it re-rolled the 1, but it didn't re-roll the 2. What? That's not right. Something's not right with that formula I'm looking at. 1 plus 2 plus 5, and the 1's grayed out.
I can't see the formula, so I can't give a comment
No,
on what's.
just go with 11 because it might have rolled the 2 after the 1, so that's fine. Just go with
Okay.
11.
All right. So you unleash that into him. You hear he looks kind of over his shoulder with a start as you get the greatsword into him and says,
Not now, not this close. I will have my vengeance.
Never liked you anyway.
taking the opportunity, Rex is going to reach out for his greatsword and attempt to get one swing out onto his fallen foe. He actually gets 3 attacks with it. I've been doing it wrong.
I assume he's standing up now.
He manages to push him off, stand up, grab his weapon, and go for him. And get all 3 of those attacks in. And for what it's worth, he's looking super badly injured. So, Vigo, you're up.
All right, my turn's done.
Okay. You step back. The Revenant is going to push forward, ignoring everything that's happening, and go in a desperate attempt to finish punching what little life remains in Rex, the warrior. The 25 will connect. And because it is one of his targets of Sworn Vengeance, it will do the extra 46 damage. And I am afraid that's going to be enough to knock him unconscious at the very least. And he's getting ready to take him out and finish off his life. Sind, you're up.
I'm going to move to here. I'm going to attack the Revenant.
Okay.
I gotta be right back.
All right.
And as a bonus action, I'm casting that on the downed Rex.
Okay. You conjure a sanctuary around the downed warrior, trying to protect him from further harm. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Try you're next. Draloff.
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry, my aunt named me. He's still up.
He's still up.
Swing for the fences. Assuming that hits. It's 26.
26 certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. You come down hard against him. He looks back in your direction and cries and spits in disgust.
Yeah. How many hit points that motherfucker have?
Quite a lot.
That doesn't.
All right. Kay, you're up. You're doing. I'm sorry. You're just doing the one strike. Oh no, 12 was the other strike.
Yeah, 12's the other strike.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. All right, Kay, you're up.
I will trust Singe's intuition, and I will attempt to hit him twice.
Okay. So, both attacks will land. And you do connect to him twice. He's looking somewhat badly injured at this point, but he's still standing.
That's it.
All right. Julie, you're up next.
I'll keep hacking.
All right, go for it. 21 connects, 11 does not. All right. You come down hard against him. He is still pushed forward by the unholy powers that let him be. Done for your turn?
Yep, I'm done.
All right. The warrior will have to make a death saving throw. I can get this thing to work. All right. Let's try that again. Crit fail.
How many times did you roll before you got that?
Just once. That was whispered to me, and I'm not counting it. So he gets 2 failures. Vigo, you're up.
I stay where I'm at.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. The Revenant on his turn is going to begin by attempting to make an attack, but because the warrior has Sanctuary against him, he will have to make a Wisdom saving throw against Singe's spell save DC. Does a 13 beat it? I assume not.
No.
Okay, because of that, he is going to pick a new target for his attacks, which at this point are going to be you, Singe.
That's fine.
That misses. 16 beats Tracy.
Nope.
All right, you managed to block both blows, focusing on the Sanctuary. You're up.
I do believe I can reach over and hit spare the dying on the down guy. Holy
Sorry. I'm just getting rid of that. Sorry. It's a little louder than I had anticipated.
I just turned it down. It sounded fine.
Well, I'm sure it's fine if you turn it down. I want to start that when I do that sort of, so that one works. When I pop in that sort of thing, I want it to start with something a little low and light so that it doesn't freak everybody's ears out.
It's okay if
I
we're
didn't know it'd be
walking
that
into a dragon. I mean,
loud.
so as what do you call it? I'm going to cast that.
Okay, you spare the dying on him, which resets all of his death saves.
Yep.
Up to this point. Okay. Beginning of the round is Dreloff.
Yeah. Cut her out. 16 hit.
16 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. You come down hard against him. He's still standing.
That's insane. 17 hit.
17. 17 hits.
That ends my turn.
All right. Kay, you're up next.
I'm just gonna give him 2 more thwacks, I suppose. Actually, I
All
lied.
right.
I'm putting that underneath his feet.
Okay. Hang on a sec.
Sorry, page. It's a deck save.
Create a bonfire. Include ground bonfire fills 5-foot cube. Any creature in the space. When you cast it, deck save or take the fire damage. Okay. Nope. He takes fire damage, and he's got a bonfire underneath his feet. 14 points. What's left of him is starting to look really, really bad off. And as he kind of turns around and looks at you, what's left of his form beginning to decay around him, he says,
Why aid me in this for so long, only to rob me of this later? I will come back, you can bet on it. I will not rest until the last is dead!
I'll see you in the Shadowfell.
Julie, you're up.
Shut up, you.
All right, 15 connects. Okay. With one final blow of the sword, you manage to take what little life is left in him as what's left of the body collapses.
Never liked him anyway.
You're out of combat.
Help the fighter up.
I will ask Singe if he believes we did the right thing.
I'm going to say to all of them, you know, people can be wrong. And while I do believe that the revenants we ran into earlier, the dwarven revenants, were justified in their attack, and I nod and wink at Julie. I it did not seem to me after we killed the priestess that what that what that creature was doing was right. And I look over at Vigo and I say, "You were right, but things aren't always as they appear here in this land, and that's something you should learn coming from a distant place." sometimes we do make harsh decisions, and we go and we have to, you know, make them right.
Before we continue this any further, I'm going to put a song track or try to put a song track in Discord. I imagine it's going to start loud, so be ready to just lower the volume on your end, okay?
Hmm.
Well, if it'll work. Let's try that again. No? Did I get rid of it entirely? I did. Hang on. Let me try this one more time. Sorry, bear with me. It's bothering the hell out of me not to have something that'll play music.
This is why we can't have nice things, Kelly.
All right, one more time. Get ready.
All right.
I'll ask Singe, what do you suppose we do with him? And I'll point to the warrior laying on the ground.
I'm gonna get him up.
Okay. He's still unconscious.
I know.
For what it is worth inside this room, aside from the minecarts that contain copper, you can see next to one of them is what you presume to be the warrior's backpack.
Don't bother, Kent. I got it.
Oh,
I'd rather not have you waste a spell slot if I can do it for free.
Okay. Equal to your level, so he gets 6 hit points back. Standing up, he says, "Thank you. I didn't expect to see some help along here. Excuse me a moment." And he pushes his way away, grabs his weapon, sheathes it, and makes his way over to his bag, pulling out of which is a healing potion, which he instantaneously quaffs for 6 hit points.
with that, I'm going to approach him and I'm going to say two things I'm going to do here. I'm going to say, you know, your two other compatriots have passed at the hands of that revenant. And then I want to listen to his answer and see if I believe what he's saying.
He says, "Well, that's sorry to hear. We had gotten separated from amongst one another, and I had unfortunately gotten trapped down here against these creatures. If it wasn't for your aid, I'd be dead, though I have to ask, why was the Revenant following you? Why was he following you?"
Because before we knew what we were getting into, he claimed that you had murdered him.
Murdered? I had nothing to do with it. You want to make an insight check against him?
I was going to, but not anymore.
Okay. Singe and K is a little hard to read. Treverin, you get the sense that he's not entirely telling the truth, but as far as the details, you're not quite sure. He seems uneasy against the word murder.
Fuck it.
Drelloff, you sense the same. The warrior says, "Well, name is Rex. Rex the Hammer." And you are?
I'm Singe, and these are my compatriots.
And your names?
You can call me Kay.
And presumably the rest of you will introduce yourselves. Tell me if you don't.
Yeah,
I do
Kelly,
not.
can someone? I'm sorry to bother everybody, but can someone please explain to me how to turn that music down? It's super loud.
Just mute it.
Right click
Right-click.
it and
How?
Right-click
Right-click
it on
what?
Discord, and where it says user volume, drag it all the way to 0. Or however much you want it to be.
What am I right clicking?
then groovy.
Groovy.
Oh,
Just drag it down so you can have it at a low volume.
oh, thank you. That was so loud. I like the music. It's just like I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. I like these music bots, and they're a great substitute because I can't play it through Roll20 anymore, but the volume control is all behind a paywall, and it's a pain in the ass to do that.
Yeah, no worries. I got it now. We're good. I'm sorry. Yeah, Julie
That's
introduces
fine.
himself. He just gives him a head nod and says, Julie.
Okay. Taco in the back, by the way, just kind of raises his head and says, Taco, I'm just helping these guys out. I don't know, not really with them. Rex kind of shrugs and says, okay, and I assume you have some sort of name? Or your adventuring band?
No.
Singe, I've never dealt with a revenant or seen one. It seems like you have. Have you ever known a revenant to go after somebody for devious purposes?
Rex says, I'm sorry, are you part of an adventuring band? What should I refer to you as?
What's the name of our pub again? I forget.
Troll skulls.
Troll Skull Manor.
The Troll Skulls. We're the Troll Skulls.
Ah, 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 ah.
Julie,
I look at
what?
Julie and say, "You're not naming this group."
We already no, we've already named ourselves the Troll Skulls to more than one person.
No, we haven't.
Well,
Yeah, we did it to the mayor. We did it to
No,
the mayor.
you did it to the mayor.
well, to be fair, he picked the name out for you
Oh, did
because you
he?
didn't have one.
Was I not
Yeah,
here that night, or was that night I was all fucked up?
you might have. I might have been gone that night. I don't remember.
Yeah, he's just like, what do you guys call yourselves? And we said we lived in Troll Skull Manor. He goes, Troll Skulls it is. So that's just the mayor called us.
Oh, okay, I got you. My bad, my bad.
Yeah. So
Troll
when he
Skull
asked,
Troop is what it was.
Julie just goes, no, you said Troll Skulls. Julie just says we're Troll Skulls.
Whatever. Okay. Rex shrugs and says,
I walk up to
"It's an
him. I
interesting
say,
name.
shh, adults are talking right now.
Oh, and
I
Singe.
beg your pardon."
Who you say? You say this to Julie?
No, to the Rex guy.
He grabs you on the shoulder and says, I beg your pardon, but I'm well and capable of being able to discuss whatever it is you're going to discuss. He's a little
I-
shovey about that,
I
which
ignore
catches you a
him
little off guard.
and I say, Singe, again, have you ever known a revenant to attack someone for
He
evil
pushes his way
means?
forward into the conversation.
to be fair, the revenants that we've dealt with before seem to have Julie's death at heart. And I can't say that they were unjustified, but
I guess
it was a choice of do we save him or don't we? And at the time, I felt a little bad about helping, especially because these were, as far as I could tell, innocent dwarves. But I, I partially wonder at how making a revenant works entirely. Is it because one believed one was wronged, or because one was actually totally wronged? It's a bit of a philosophical question, I'll admit.
Rex says, if it's of any consideration, I think I'd have no idea. I believe his vengeance was misguided.
I don't like that he's stammering.
I think that was more Killy stammering than Rex.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
But that I say that to Vigo.
Like I said, I have never dealt with them. In my world, where I come from, it is the holy people like yourself who study and know knowledge of these creatures.
Well, to be fair, I am sort of a young cleric.
Rex will say, if it's of any consideration, he was part of my prior adventuring with the fine feathers of Daggerford, as you have no doubt mentioned to me about the deaths of my other unfortunate compatriots. He found himself in a bit of a bind and unfortunately found his death at the hands of a particularly nasty beast while within the dungeon. I believe he seems to think at one point in his revenant state that we are somehow responsible for his murder. Nothing could be further from the truth.
What beast killed him then?
I think it was a particularly powerful chimera of some kind. Yes.
I step in, so you didn't see this beast kill him?
I'm afraid I saw the last bits of it as we tried to retreat away from it.
I'm gonna
So
Make
you
my-
retreated away, and he stood his ground so you could escape?
It was a brave sacrifice. A shame what he turned into.
Killy.
Yes.
Because I don't entirely believe this guy either. I'm going to cast that over top of him.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. I have just cast the truth spell. And I will consider no answer as equivalent to lying. But he's going to beat the charisma anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So you should have hid that roll, Killy.
Eh.
You could have told us whatever you wanted.
Tell you what, we won't count that one. I'll do another roll and I'll hide it.
No, you don't have to.
Just did it.
So, Killy, before I ask him any questions,
Well, here's the thing. On the thing for Zone of Truth, you know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
Oh,
Right.
do you?
Yeah, you know.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering questions.
I thought it was just he was aware if he was
So-
affected by the spell. I didn't know if they were on the other end of it as well.
So I am going to count the 19. I'm going to say he is not going to be affected by it.
Well, never mind then.
Then with that, I'm just going to say, oh, never mind.
I will form my great sword.
He says, "Is something wrong there, Dragonbone?" You form the great sword. Okay, what do you do?
Take a step closer to him and go,
He draws
I want the
his.
full story now.
He startled a woman momentarily, but he kind of furrows his brow and says, "I've told you all I know. He sacrificed himself to save us. In his misguided rage, he thought us murdered him, abandoned him.
So you say a chimera dealt him death.
Indeed.
Then, comrades, I'm wondering, why did we find him at the bottom of a pit if a chimera is what killed him?
I'm going to look him
It's
dead.
like
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
he says, it's likely that's where the chimera fed.
I'm going to look at him dead in the eye and say, did you just leave him for dead? Be straight up with me. If you did, I can understand if you were using him to buy your escape. I don't condone it, but
He responds to you and says, he was already dead by the time we left.
Julie pulls Singe aside and says, "How is this our problem? Can we move on, please? There's things to kill and stuff to take."
Singe has no answer to Julie. And just trudges away. And with that, I'm going to say, good luck on your way out of the dungeon, Rex.
He says, wait. You don't mean to leave me here by myself, surely?
Oh, yes, we do.
We've saved you once.
He mutters under his breath as he kind of relaxes in the corner and shakes his head. And Taco is just sitting there going, well, hardcore.
Actually, before we go out, I'll come by Taco. You're pretty familiar with this level, correct? I mean, you're showing us around.
more or less.
Have you ever run into a chimera on this level?
Be the second level.
He says, the entire time I've been around the areas, the first 3 levels really, I can't say that I've ever come across a chimera. Of course, all sorts of strange creatures get teleported in here every once in a while. Mad mage and all that.
And I say, oh yeah, I forgot about the Mad Mage. Hold on a second. And is this wall made of mud or stone?
It's made of stone.
All right, I cast Mold Earth on it and turn it into a face with that looks like the Mad Mage with a long nose, like Pinocchio. And then I'll go out.
You hear telepathically in your head,
-5 points to Gryffindor.
I suppose I would like to go back to the campsite for now. With the rest of the bugbears.
Well,
If-
he
Taco,
says,
since
you want to go, he says,
have
you want to
no-
go back to the bazaar?
For now, I could use a breather.
Taco says, about that. I really appreciate the offer you guys gave me, but if I show up back there, I'm just going to be run out. Bad blood for accepting another job, you know?
Then finish the
Wait,
job you were hired for and show us the stairs to level 3.
Hold up.
Hey, can't we use a bouncer at the bar?
Hold up, guys. What do you mean? You abandoned a job? What was the other job you abandoned to take ours?
I was just supposed to guard Yek. You guys paid a hell of a lot more than he did. If I show up back there without something to appease the guy, I'm just going to be in trouble.
You mean the human?
Yeah. I mean, the guy pays. You guys pay a hell of a lot more.
What's his deal, anyway? How
What
did
do
he?
you?
Well, about that. He kind of looks around and says, well, he's not really human.
Explain.
He came across some magic circlet. That little crown that he puts on his head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes him into the human thing that you see. Some of his followers want to get rid of it. They think it's a curse.
What was he before?
Oh, a goblin.
That makes a lot of sense. Because as I said, goblins and humans don't get along. And
So-
for his honesty, I hand Taco a platinum, saying, "This is just between me and you."
Oh, thanks.
Be real
Like I said, you guys pay a hell of a lot better.
Stay with us, Julie says. If you live, when we leave, we give you job in bar. Throw out rowdy customers.
I like the
I
sound of that.
say, if you can't go back to the bazaar, do you know of a safe haven we could take a short rest or a long rest around here?
He says, well, there was that room that kicked the crap out of the one girl. Seemed like it had a bunch of fresh food and wine.
Wasn't that all like rotting and decaying stuff, or was that a different room?
No. The
Okay.
room that she was in had food that seemed to replenish itself and wine that seemed to replenish itself in a comfy, stuffed room.
And I suppose we'll head there.
I agree. I heard unending wine.
Okay. I'll also remind you, for what it's worth, that on the way there, you guys did come across what appeared to be some sort of mystic gate. But are you guys just going to make your way back to that room?
Well, I guess only 2 people know about it, so it's up to them if they're going to share information about it. Oh no, you yelled it at me. You said there was a portal back there.
Yeah, I told you need to talk to your buddy about it when you have a chance.
Well then, we'll walk past it.
Okay.
I will take a reminder of it, and while we're long resting, I will try to see if I can get a hold of Riv.
Okay. So are you guys all just making your way to that room, and I can just drag you there?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Sounds like a plan for now.
Yep.
Oh, that's a dead body.
That's the dead body of the girl priest that
Oh, I thought you
Reverend
drug
killed.
one of the ones from the other room.
No.
Gotcha. I don't like she's in that room. I'm gonna. Is there another hallway like that? I'm gonna drag her out into this hallway.
There's what appears to be a crumpled end on the north side here.
I'll just drag her all the way down there.
Okay. Gotta throw her against the rubble.
Sorry, not sorry.
So how long are we planning on delaying our mission in this room?
Gotta rest
Well-
sometime.
I'm taking a long rest, and I'm gonna go pop myself in the corner.
Okay. You sit down in one of the nearby overstuffed chairs that has a small plate of cheese and a glass of wine next to it.
Besides, there could be worse
I don't
places
eat
to
any
go.
of that, so
Okay.
I want to find an overstuffed chair and unending wine.
Easy enough. Taco is just going to feast himself on a turkey leg that seems to be on one of the tables.
I will snag a corner for myself and start setting up a something circle.
Okay.
I will take first watch. Who is second watch?
I guess the drunken dwarf will do second watch.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. No, I had muted myself. I volunteered to take second watch on mute, but I'll take third watch. It's fine. Julie will, that is. He's going to eat,
Sounds
then
good.
sleep during second watch, and then he'll wake up and do what he's going to do.
All right. So, Vigo's taking first, the drunk dwarf's taking second, Julie's taking third. I assume Treverin would probably take fourth.
correct. I'll take fourth.
Okay. So, Kay, while you're drawing the circle around, is there anything in particular you're doing?
I'm just doing the usual communion setup.
Okay. So you prepare with the ritual communion, and after everybody kind of gets into place, some of them feasting, some of them resting, you focus your mind in the midst of the ritual circle, and as your consciousness is dragged away to a place of shadow with only little to no light, and opening your eyes, blessed by the eldritch invocation that you possess, you peer into the darkness and see the familiar shadowy form that you recognize as Ribolova. As she stares back and says, "How can I assist you, child?"
I have a question about a certain dimensional gateway that we may have found.
I remember seeing it. The Mad Mage, in the depths of his madness, has managed to succeed on one particular form of magic consistently. That being runes and transmutation. Throughout the whole of the halls of Undermountain, you are like to come across several of these hidden doors bearing runes that will allow you to easily teleport between multiple levels of Undermountain itself. But be warned, these gates can be trapped, most certainly trapped.
Is there an easily discernible way of deciding which is trapped and which are safe?
The Mad Mage in his madness may have likely trapped every single one. I cannot say with any certainty what is and is not. Each
Noted.
gate is a puzzle in and of itself, and as far as to activate, you're lucky that your druid compatriot was able to figure out how to activate the one that you found.
I appreciate the information, and I will work hard to get that scroll for you, my mistress, and I'll take a bow.
She says, "I've all the time in the world." As you descend deeper into this undermountain, you will begin to cross deeper and deeper into connections between worlds, even amongst the Shadowfell. Be ready.
Sorry about that, guys.
Always.
Okay. While this is going on, Vigo, I need you to make... Well, let me ask you this. Over the course of your first watch, is there anything in particular you would like to do?
He's put a text that he's went bio, so he's probably not back yet.
Okay. I'll have to wait for him to get back here then. Because next few things are going to be a little important here.
That's where I had to go to. That's why I was like, I'll be right back.
I must have just added this, but I noticed when I'm going through my books here on D&D Beyond, they now have a thing on here that allows me to flip between chapters at the very top of the top right of the top left even of the screen. Didn't have
Yes,
that before.
that they added that last week. That was in the dev announcement. They're making a lot of changes to kind of make the books and stuff easier to navigate.
All about it.
Yeah.
So.
They also moved the encounter builder to beta, so there's a lot of new fun stuff in that now.
Well, I saw that they had moved it over to beta. I didn't see too much in the way of what has changed with it as compared to the last time I used it for alpha, at any rate.
I think Adam has a list of what's changed. I can try to find it for you later and let's put it in Discord.
Okay.
There's a lot of little fun things in it. I'll look for it while we're waiting on.
Okay.
I am back.
Okay. Since you're on first watch, I do need to roll a d20 for me. Straight up d20. Okay. Over the course of your watch, is there anything in particular you're doing?
No.
Okay. As you kind of quietly keep watch, the sounds of the dungeon around you, you hear the occasional whisper. Go ahead and make a perception check. You hear the occasional whisper as if it's coming from the walls themselves, but you don't see anything.
Okay, then I'll ignore it unless I see something, since this is a mage's tower.
Okay. Beyond that, the rest of your watch goes by unnoticed. Vraloff is taking the second watch.
God damn it! Now the dog wants to go out. God damn it! Fuck. Do you need me for like 2-3 minutes?
No.
All right.
Vraloff, I need you to just make a con saving throw with advantage for me to see how drunk you really are.
You say con, right?
Yep, Constitution saving throw, just to see how drunk you really are. Nah, you're not. You're a little tipsy, but you ain't there yet. So you get up, you move over, you begin to take the watch. I need you to roll a d20 for me as well.
You said D20.
Okay. You keep an eye on things, continuously sipping your wine, waiting a little bit. Nothing else happens over the course of your watch. Treverin, because you're an elf, you get all your shit back.
Okay, and I'll also wake up in winter because of everything that's happened so far.
Okay.
And can I also assume that maybe dawn has passed at some point since we've entered this dungeon, so I could roll my D3 for my one of the secrets?
I'll allow it.
Okay, excellent. I think it's a D3. I can never remember.
If it doesn't actually do the /roll d3, what you do instead is roll a d6 and divide it by 2.
All right.
Oh, there it goes. That works. Okay, so you're up.
Okay.
I know you said you were taking the fourth. Was there somebody else who said they were taking the third?
Julie.
Yeah,
Julie.
Julie's taking the third.
Okay. So I'll make this easy. Over the course of the third watch, nothing happens. Is there anything else you would like to do between the two of you while you're up?
No, not for Julie. He just needs some rest.
Okay. In that case, Julie, you go back to bed after your 2-hour watch, Treverin keeping an eye on everything else. Treverin, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm still restoring all my stuff. I am casting Mage Armor on myself again.
Understood.
Let's see. Is that everything back to where it should be? Then I'm switching to Winter. So that. Okay. You said D20? All right.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. I'm not very observant today.
It didn't show the result on my screen. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm turning off this 3D dice just because I have a gut suspicion that's causing the stuff not to
Problems.
work right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just turn this off. Okay.
All right. You also hear what sounds like some whispers kind of around you, but you don't see anything.
Okay.
And that's all you hear.
Yep.
Otherwise, the rest of the long rest goes by uninhibited, and the rest of you are restored. Although I will say, mysteriously, the mustache on Hallister's painting has disappeared.
Oh, well, that ain't going. I'm putting that right back on there. Actually, better yet, what I'm going to do this time is I am going to draw a little stick figure body underneath him,
In stone.
like he's a dwarf playing golf.
Okay.
Sorry, what did I miss real fast?
The rest went by uninhibited, so you get all your shit back.
Okay.
So, all right. So you're drawing a little stick figure of him underneath his portrait.
Yeah, so kind of say I'm drawing a stick figure body, what makes him look like he's a little like dwarf on his knees playing golf.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check after you finish that.
Excellent.
Okay. You watch as, after you finish it, the stick figure kind of rearranges itself magically, and it looks like you instead.
Since I know he's been talking to my head, in my head I laugh back at him. It's like, ha ha. Touche.
Two can play this game, my lantern friend.
And we will. Because I remember
All right.
Darnan saying we need to play the game, so since he said this is the game, I'm playing it.
All right.
Now that we've rested and recouped, can we be on our way now?
Taka will step forward and says, I can lead you to those stairs leading to the third level, but to do that, we're going to be going right through one of the Xanathar Guild's watch posts.
My question to you is real fast. Before we head through there, is there anything noteworthy on this floor?
On the floor in this room?
Like, no, I meant like I'm asking Taco. Is there anything like on this floor of the Mad Mage's dungeon in Undermountain? Is there anything noteworthy?
He says, well, on the floor itself, you see, this floor was originally served as the Mad Mage's quarters for his apprentices, or would-be apprentices. So if you walk into the wrong room, you have no idea what sort of strange experiment you could run into.
That's fair.
He says, you're just as likely to come across a powerful magical artifact as you are to be, I don't know, fried to death or something.
guess I'll ask the party what they want to do.
I mean, I know Vigo's in a hurry to go to level 3, but we really haven't scratched the surface in finding any treasure on this floor for Julie. And I'll kind of look at Julie and see what kind of, if his
Julie
mouth's watering for treasure or if he's mouth watering to go to level 3.
Julie nods vigorously when you say, talk about treasure.
If we're gonna be going through this entire dungeon, I'd say any little bit helps.
Taco says, well, you paid me all right. I'm in it for the long haul. I'll tell you this. If we can take out those Xanathar outposts and I come back with their heads, those leaders' heads, then I'll be set. You'll be doing me a solid.
Make you a counter offer.
What's that?
How about you seem like a good fellow, good head on your shoulders.
I'd like to think so.
How'd you like to come join us on the surface?
I don't know. A lot of folks up there don't really take kindly to bugbears.
You'd be surprised what comes through Waterdeep.
I mean, I've been up there before, and I've seen Kenku run about. I've seen even orcs run about. I kind of usually seen with a distrustful eye to the god. We tend to start trouble. Most of us tend to be aligned with the Xanathars. I'm not, of course, but preconceptions on all that.
Well, there's always a place at our tavern if you ever want to stop by.
I kind of look at him and say, you seem to have a distaste for the Xanathar, as do we. We've had encounters with them in the past, and they're about as trustworthy as a pile of scum.
No shit.
I really. They seem. You said the watchtowers here. I know Yek had mentioned that there's 2 of them. Do they really have that strong of a foothold on this floor?
He says, well, they have 2 watch posts that are keeping Yek and his boys from doing much business. They serve as kind of an outlying post for would-be adventurers traveling from the upper floor. They come into the Xanathar territory, they wind up either having to pay them to get further, or just getting into some sort of nasty business.
And I fully suspect that these guys were or are in touch with the previous ones we've encountered, so they probably know who we are. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, without a doubt. He says
the
Xanathar Guild's real base of power within Undermountain has got to be Skullport, though.
Yeah. So I will look at Vigo and saying, I know you're new to this group, and we've had some dealings with the Xanathar Guild. We'd be unwise to allow them to be able to come at us from behind and not take them out on this floor first.
So the whole Xanathar Guild is on this floor.
No, they're on multiple floors, but we don't want them behind us.
Taco says, no. The Xanathar Guild is a thieves guild within the city itself. They got influence throughout Undermountain and Skullport and through different sectors of Waterdeep, all run by a particularly terrible crime lord.
So it sounds to me that anytime we're in this level or in water or the Waterdeep up top or in Skullport on level 3, there's always going to be some Xanathos guild behind us. What makes these any more deadly than the ones we're going to be in front of us?
Well, they're outposts, so if we stop them here, if we're traveling forward, they can't flank us.
Taco will step up and said, well, yes, but there are many factors working with Undermountain. He says, somewhere hiding down here, there's supposed to be a couple of, there's a drow house that's working against the Xanathar Guild, and if I'm being honest, I don't think they're much better than them. Probably worse, honestly. It's House Arenvinda. However the hell you pronounce it. Arenvinda, I think is how it says. I know how, which is how it's pronounced, but he has trouble with drow words. He says,
Do I recognize that house? Because I don't think we've come across that other than dealing with isn't.
You might be the only one who does, but make a history check to see.
Okay.
No, you've not
Apparently
heard of them.
not. Not when I roll a crit one.
You didn't even know drows were a thing.
Yeah, drows. What are those?
I've only come across one.
Isn't red. What are you talking about, blue?
I forgot about that. Taco says they're one of the low and noble houses, I think, within Drow society, trying to make a name for themselves, carve out a territory around here. They're one of half of the war that's going on at the third level. And I gotta be honest, as good as you guys pay, I am not headed down there. I'll show you the stairs, and you're on your own. Taco is good up here.
So no amount of pay is gonna have you venture down with us to level 3.
Not unless you get rid of them damn drow.
So I will say, before we proceed, I'll pull out the book and that I had drawn all the maps on and say, can you at least tell us what level 3 looks like based on these maps? Which one's most likely the map for level 3?
He says, I haven't been down there in a while. Here's what I can tell you. If you keep heading east, you'll come against the river Sargoth. You take that river, follow the stream. That takes you to Skullport.
That's the most direct route that you're aware of?
To Skullport? Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as far as what portions of it are being run by House Arenvinder, or what portions of it are being run by the Legion of Azrock, I couldn't tell you.
East of the river, then north to Skullport.
East of the river, follow it downstream to Skullport.
Downstream, oh.
I haven't been back to Skullport in a while.
So, I still do not feel comfortable leaving 2 outposts of the Xanathar Guild that
want
could
to take them
potentially
out.
come behind us.
We're
You want to
small.
take them out? I'm your man.
Julie says, we're a small group. We can move quickly. Why get bogged down?
Because maybe they have magical items. They are a thieves guild after all.
Yeah, you want treasure, don't you? No, I look back at Julie.
We could catch them transporting something.
Better treasure further down.
How do you know? Maybe they're the ones transporting it up from the lower levels.
Trade goes both ways.
Julie looks confused for a moment and just goes, ah.
Alright, well, my vote's to take out the 2 Xanathar guilds. I don't know what the rest of the group wants to do. But
I know I have chosen you as comrades just because of circumstances, but is our purpose here as scavengers, or are we here for the greater good of getting to the end and getting this scroll that will help all of us out?
I kind of look at them like, I'm not really here for the scroll. So, yeah, take what you want of that. The scroll doesn't really do anything for me. It's Kay that needs the scroll.
So then are you here for camaraderie, for friendship?
I'm here because my friends asked me to come along.
And meanwhile, we get treasure.
And Julie's here for treasure.
Well, I help friend too, but treasure side bonus.
With that, I'm going to pipe up and say, I'm going to look at Vigo and say, I don't own the inn. I'm not, I'm not, I haven't known these particular people for very long either. In fact, it would be easy for me to say that I'm almost as new here as you are. And I'll admit I make mistakes. But whereas whereas you want to rush through to get to the scroll, and I know that you want to go home. It does not strike me as you're a mercenary, right?
I am a senior sergeant in the Iron Company.
You're a
We are soldiers for hire, and
I know
we
what I
fight
said.
for the greater good.
Okay, you fight for the greater good. I agree with that. That's more or less why I came with these gentlemen. Well, gentlemen minus Julie. Um, at this point, we're in a dangerous place, surrounded by enemies, minus the bugbear over there. No offense.
None taken.
You've been in a lot of fights, right?
I have, and that's why I work with the information that we have, that we know. We know where a way down to the third level. We know not if any treasure is even at this guild outpost.
Taco pipes up and says, if I could make a proposal. There is a Xanathop outpost that blocks you between here and the third level. So, one way or the other, you guys are going to have to bust your way through. Now, me, I can't head back to the bazaar without something to show that I'm of value. And there's the real possibility, being a thieves' guild, though I cannot guarantee it, that these Xanathar folks probably have something of value on them, if only a few pieces of gold. If we make our way over there, take out that outpost, take out the leader, which is going to be one of two folks, let me have their head, and let me bring it back to the bazaar, then I'd say everybody wins.
That I can get behind. Taking them out in completion of our mission, I find that acceptable.
And I look at Vigo and I say, well, if we're going to take out one, we might as well take out the other one so we can also fulfill our deal with Yek and get all of our supplies at cost on this level.
Even better.
Because if we take out one, news is going to travel fast to the other one, and they're going to be coming for us anyway.
He's got a point.
I look at Vigo and I say, you know, if as a veteran of as many battles as you say you are, it doesn't seem to me that not having any kind of tactical plan whatsoever is really good. Is everything that I'm hearing from you so far is let us run to the. How many levels are there? What's the
23.
Bugbear's name? How many levels are there, Bugbear?
The fuck, I don't know. You know there's 23 from the map you saw earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I drew 23 different diagrams, so I'm assuming there's 20, 23, somewhere in there. Some of these maps may be fake, but I doubt it.
Taco says, things get weird the further down you go in here.
And I'm going to
Define
say,
weird.
yeah, define weird.
Oh, hell, I don't know. Just weird rumors.
Go.
Things from outer space, things wandering in from other planes, weird monsters that just kind of pop up out of nowhere.
And with that said, and thank you for your input. Do you think that we can get to the end of this mountain, or this upside down mountain, as it were, or however, with the gear, with the stuff that we're currently carrying around? Because I don't think so, and I'll admit I'm scared.
Is not the objective of our next level to go to what is it, a city or whatever? Skullport? Yeah.
Skullport is currently in a civil war.
Is it a city
Right.
though?
Taco says, correction. The way to it is currently in a civil war. This Skullport itself is run by the Xanathar Guild and is honestly a complete shithole. The way to it, the third level of this place, is in the middle of a civil war of sorts. Not really civil, just a war, you know?
And I'll look up and say, knowing that they're owned by the Xanathar Guild, Skullport's not going to be a cordial place for us to enter into, regardless of what we do here.
Taco says, well, you have to be careful not to piss off the wrong people, but Skullport has a history of being a place to lie low, shithole as it is.
And do you see taking out their outpost as a way to ingratiate ourselves to the people that run that
No,
outpost?
but
or that
I
city?
will chime in and say, well, we've already had several encounters with them where we've had to kill them. We've already had to chase them down. We've already, to get to this point, we've already technically, from their point of view, stolen from them. So
We did?
we're
Who?
probably not going to be welcome anyway. So we might as well cover our 6 on the way down.
At that, Singe is going to turn around and say, "We."
But say,
Everybody but Singe.
are those jokers up top on the first level? Were they Xanathoth Guild or?
I don't know if we ran the Xanathar on the first level, but
I have had no dealings with the Xanathar Guild.
I understand. And I'm just telling you that the company you keep, I will guarantee they definitely know who I am, Kay, Julie, and Droloff.
Oh, they are not happy with us one bit.
Right.
For,
So they
for
know
what
who
it's,
we are. So if you think
for what it's worth. For what it's worth, you guys did come across a couple of bugbears who were in the middle of eating what seems like a small feast, as well as finding a couple of goblins squabbling over the scraps on your way down. And that was after going through the secret passage that you think maybe the one bugbear that fled went through.
So I'll say I if you want to lead on, y'all lead on. I'm just telling you that if we're gonna have to kill one of them, we might as well kill the other one, and clear this level and make the goblins happy, because then we'll at least maybe win a little favor with the goblins for now.
I'll look at Treverian and say, as much as I as much as I hate to disagree with his pragmatism, he may well be right.
But anyway, staying around here isn't gonna get us anywhere. So yeah, if we have to go kill the first one, you guys can think about the second one while we're on our way to clear the first one. So I'll look at Taco saying, "Do you mind leading us towards the staircase?" And we'll see what we can do about returning some favors to you, as long as you let Yek know that we're the ones that helped you do this.
Quid pro quo, got it. He says, by the way, you remember what he said about their leaders?
Yeah. Do you even? Hold on.
I don't. I don't remember what the hell he said.
I probably wrote it down somewhere.
I don't remember what he said specifically about them. I do remember he said he needed both their heads.
He says, well, the outposts are run by 2 different heads of the Xanathar Guild. One of them is a woman who is absolutely furious, called Nadia the Unbent. A bit of a rager, not someone whose bad side you want to get on, especially when she's zerked up. The other one's a bit more creepy.
Define creepy.
Well, you know what a dark elf looks like, right?
Well, considering one had a knife to one of our friends' throats, I'd like to think I do.
I say, yeah, I know what one looks like.
Yeah, well,
if you tell me the leader's name isn't, then we're gonna have a whole different discussion here.
No, I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Okay.
He says, no. The leader of the second outpost, which I'm afraid I don't know exactly where down here it is. Let me pull up my notes here. Fuck, where is it?
I don't know.
By the way, when I took my dog downstairs to go to the bathroom real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at my phone as I was going. There's a WoW battle pet that is a mini mind flare.
Oh, really? Huh. Is that coming with the new patch, I assume?
Yes.
Well, we're all going to have to get that. All right. He says the leader of the other Xanathar outpost, again, I don't know exactly what that is, he's called Spider Eyes. So picture your dark elf and picture his face half...
I'm going to go, but you don't want to go after me, so
Got you.
He says, imagine his face kind of half turned into like a spider. So his regular drow face covered with a bunch of red spider eyes, some mandibles, kind of creepy.
And knowing my history, I'll just chime up. I go, you don't by any chance think this guy has like mechanical spider arms, does he?
Not that I've heard.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Well,
I took the Doctor Otto Octavius and combined him with Strider Man.
Well, we recounted others from the previous year. I just thought I'd cover my bases. I'm still expecting to run into a vampire that is still looking for a ranger friend of ours.
I'm still waiting to return to the bar and see like a vampire be like, "What the fuck?"
You did find a pair of ashes nearby, or read the report at any rate.
Am I going the wrong way here?
Nope.
I have no idea which way the. Okay.
Are you having Taco guide you to that first outpost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I remember the intersection that he said that way was the stairs, and we marked it with chalk. So I'm just making it back to that intersection.
well, I guess my other question now is though, do you want to see what that interdimensional portal is? I'll tell Treverin what I was told.
Same. So it probably takes us to another level. I doubt it'll take us up. It'll probably take us down, and we may not be prepared for that yet.
And you do remember Treverin hearing that very warning as you activated.
Yeah. So.
Noted. Well then, if we need to, we can always come back.
Yeah. What happened to the map?
Oh my god. Where'd everybody go?
Yeah,
We got
GM
moved.
moved.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If you're wanting to move it, I'm kind of dragging you down to the Xanathar outpost. If you guys want to go somewhere else, then please say so.
I'm
No, I don't think so. I mean,
I'm at the intersection right here.
Oh, there you are. I'll drag you all down there.
What the hell did I just do?
So
I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at. All I see is a black screen, so give me a sec. There
well,
we go.
comrades, this is the intersection where Taco says the stairs are to the south, and if
He says, "Yeah, stairs are to the south, and also that's where the Xanathar outpost is."
All right. Well, south we go.
well, if we're expecting danger, then let's get into defensive column.
All right.
Okay, who's taking the front?
Well, I guess it'll be me and the dwarf and I.
Okay. How
Short
are you
people,
guys?
so that
How
the
are you
range
guys?
can shoot over us.
Okay. Go ahead before you head down that hallway. Give me a marching order here.
I'll move a little bit so people can get.
I'll follow behind Vigo and Drelov.
Okay.
Julie
As
will,
will I.
Julie will watch our back. She'll take the rear.
Okay.
With
Taco
I'm in
will
the
just
back
kinda
with
stay in the
Julie
rear.
and Taco.
All right. Vigo and Drelov, how do you choose to approach as you make your way down to where this known Xanathar Guild hideout is?
Well, we're going cautiously. Of course, I'm in heavy armor, so I'm not going to be stealthy, but
Okay.
not running. But when I get to a corner, stopping.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be seeing that.
Well, I need you and Drelov to then, if you're both stealthing ahead, to make stealth checks for me.
Well, I'm not stealthing. I don't make stealth. I'm just walking normally, but
Okay.
not running or anything.
Okay. So if you're going ahead, are you going ahead at the same pace as Drelov? Or are you letting Drelov kind of scout ahead, or are you just taking the lead?
Side by side, I
Okay.
would hope.
All right. And you said you're not stealthing ahead?
Not in heavy armor, no.
Okay. Then as you make your way down, what you see is what looks like a creature, circular in shape, just floating in the 20-foot high ceiling of this chamber just outside of range. You can see painted in white around its central eye is a circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating outward from its circumference. And you can vaguely hear the sounds of mock battle in the hallway behind it, but because you chose not to stealth ahead, it is going to turn around in your general direction and begin to ready a couple of rays to fire in your direction. So I do need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Did I do that right? I did not. Shit. Hang on. 19 for him and 19 for the bugbear. Okay. All right. So we get to the top of the round. There's no way that zombie has more initiative than Dex. All right. Yeah. The bugbear goes first. He is not quite around the corner and doesn't see what's going on. He knows the rest of you are in the way, but he does hear the moaning. He's going to hold his action. This guy is going to float to where he is about 10 feet up, 10 feet below the ceiling, and aiming in your general vicinity, Vigo, because you were the one who kind of peeked around the corner. You know what? He's actually going to move down just a space so he's got a better angle at you. He is going to fire a random ray at you. This one is going to be a telekinetic ray. I need you to make a strength saving throw. All right. You are picked up by this ray as it shoots out in your direction, and it is going to move you 30 feet, picking you up in the air by 10 feet at the same time. There we go, that button. In that direction. So you are picked up 10 feet in the air by this ray and thrust into the room. You are held in place and are restrained. You can also see, being held in place, there is the sounds of... You can see some mock combat occurring between some folks in the other room beyond, and yelling at them all, you see a particularly fierce-looking woman who kind of stops and looks in the direction of this. However, they're not going to join combat until the second round. Kay, you're up next.
So I have to ask now, how far up is he floating now that he floated
10
down?
10 feet.
Cool.
It's a 20-foot high ceiling. He's 10 feet in the air.
I'm going to run to there. And I'm going to attempt to pull him down to my level.
Okay. He fails.
So I'm
So
going to pull
he's-
him down in front of me, and I'm going to smack him with my lightning.
All right, he is pulled down to ground level and takes a little bit of damage as he is dragged by the lightning lure.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And you are still suspended in the air for what it is worth, Vigo. Julie, you're up. Pant, you there? If you're saying anything in Discord, we can't hear you.
Pant.
I'm back. Sorry. I had to step away just as we were rolling initiative. I apologize.
Okay,
Very good.
you're up. The beholder has been dragged to ground level by a lightning lure from K. Vigo is still suspended by a telekinetic ray shooting out from it.
All right. And does Julie know any of this, being where he is?
You know that hear the sounds of combat, but you don't see anything from where you are.
All right. So I'll take a full move. So that's
Mhm.
To be fair, you did just see your little friend get yanked and
Yanked.
moved into the room.
Yeah, that you saw.
Okay. So that's my full move, and I see the beholder. I can't attack it yet. I'll dash and flank it, and that's my
Okay.
action.
All right. Vigo, you are restrained and suspended in the air. What do you do?
I'm going to throw my Morning Star at this thing. Right at
You're gonna
its
throw the Morning Star?
yeah, right at its. That's all I got. I don't have anything else, and I
Okay.
can't move, so I'm gonna throw it right at its big eye.
Okay. You throw it at the big eye, the white paint around its center eye being sort of a guide as a target. Go ahead and just make because you're not proficient with throwing Morning Stars, go ahead and just make a dexterity check for me. You
What's
toss
wrong
the
with my
Morning Star,
electronic dice?
you throw the Morning Star, and it doesn't even get close to the eye. It just kind of comes out of your hand as you desperately try to struggle against the telekinetic ray. And you know what? Go ahead and just roll percentile dice for me to see if it happens to stay within reach. Okay, yeah. You go to throw the Morning Star, and it's like, "Huh!" And the Morning Star just kind of floats there in the middle of the telekinetic reach. You're like, ah. Now your Morning Star is just kind of floating, hovering in front of you.
And I'll grab it again, and I guess that's going to be the end of my turn. I can't move.
You reach out to grab it, and you're stuck. You can't move.
All right, well then,
So, Draloff, you're up next.
restrained.
Going to move to here and use my reckless attacks.
All right.
I'm gonna swing twice with the cauterizer.
Okay. So coming in with the strike, you come in, and that first strike does not hit. The second one most certainly does. All right. You come down hard against the creature. It reels back.
I'll
You
offer
done
it
for
a
your
breath mint.
Are you done for your turn?
Yeah.
All right. You throw a breath mint into its stinky mouth as a free action. Treverin, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna move 15 feet south. See what I'm looking at here,
Move 15 feet
and
north.
say, oh, another one of these things. All right. And I am going to do. My friends are all cycled around it, so what I'm going to do is something probably the most dumb thing I could think to do. So I'll do that first. And on the beholder, I'm going to cast this.
Okay.
Wisdom save, eh?
It succeeds, so it takes half that
Damn it.
damage.
Okay. And then I'll use my 15 feet to move right back up here.
What sucks about that is he's got a -1 wisdom.
I know, that's what I thought was the only thing that would actually work against him. Okay.
I'm sorry, the dice rolled in
That's
my favor that time.
Yep. Nope. Not your fault.
Sind, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Treverin runs out, does something, runs back. Fuck that.
Mm, I'm just checking one thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do me a favor. I'm out here.
Yeah.
I moved to
Uh
here,
huh.
which should be about 10, 15 feet. What do I
Sure.
see exactly as I turn around this corner?
You see Vigo being suspended by a ray 10 feet in the air. You see the beholder zombie has been dragged to the floor by a lightning lure from Kay, and Draloff and Julie. While Julie has charged in, Draloff actually has the axe drawn and looks like he's gotten a strike against it.
Okay. This is Vigo here. He's just kind of dangling in the air. How high up?
10 feet.
10 feet. So it's like 15 feet because he's a halfling, right? All right.
Well, enough that he'd take a d6 of falling damage. We'll put it that way.
All right. That got all turned off, by the way. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast this on my party members at level 2.
Okay. Which 3 creatures are you targeting?
Actually, it would be 4 because it would be at level 2. It would be my guys. The guys in
Oh, I
melee.
gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So, Vigo plus the other 3 in melee are all blessed.
Yes.
All right.
And upon thy body fell a golden shower.
You.
And
All right.
with that said, I am going to move back to where I cannot be hit by said creature.
The Treveran special.
Yes.
Okay. So, at the beginning of the next round of combat, everything in the other room is going to join the fray, or begin to. Including her, them, and them. Alrighty. So, at the beginning of the first round of combat, you see a handful of brutish-looking dudes begin to push their way out. You know what? They're going to dash, so they're not go clouding up the space. And they're going to dash around and surround Julie. All right. Taco is going to step forward, seeing this mess. 20, 25, 30. He's going to get about as far as there, and seeing the brutish-looking dudes, he's going to pull a javelin and chuck it at one of them. And connect at the one northmost of Julie for 3 points of damage. Ha! I did it! The zombie is going to drop the telekinetic ray on the beginning of its turn, which means, Vigo, that you fall by 10 feet. I need you to make a acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet. All right, you landed your feet. It's not a very good landing, though. You're still taking 4 points of damage, but you don't fall prone. As a trade-off, the zombie will... He is going to float back up in the air. Julie, Dreloff, and Kay, if you wish, can make attacks of opportunity. 27 connects, 22 connects, 13 does not.
Add a d4.
13's my damage.
Oh, I
What-
gotcha.
oh,
Sorry.
What about the 15?
15 connects as well. I didn't see a 15, so. Alright, so 3 hits onto him. Ow. Julie, I'm not seeing any of your rolls. What did you get for damage?
15.
15? You might turn off 3D dice as well. I think something's fucked up with it. And
I turned it off at 2 and it's working fine now.
Say
Yeah.
my 3D dice I've never turned off and it's still working fine for me.
Weird. If you want to turn it off, it's under your settings in the top right corner of the gear. Scroll down, it just says enable 3D dice. You can check it on or off. It's up to you. Anyway, as this guy floats back up into the air, he's going to float. He's actually going to float up to the very ceiling, so he is now 20 feet up in the air. And then he is going to fire. Let's see. He's going to fire a ray at Dreloff, and this ray is going to be an enervation ray. Dreloff, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Turn off advantage.
All right. You're taking half damage. So, half of 37, 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 points of necrotic damage. Vigo, you're next.
All right. Totally out of my reach.
You see the thugs surround Julie. The zombie itself is now 20 feet up in the air, practically touching the ceiling, well out of reach. And by the way, your Morningstar, be with that athletics check as you land. It looks like it's about to bonk you in the head, but you manage to reach up and grab it before it lands on you.
All right.
Kind of He-Man style.
Shit. I will say we've got others over here. And I will go to here and attack the one immediately to the north of me.
All right, go for it. 26 connects. 15 connects as well. You pummel into him hard twice. He was too focused on swarming around Julie and getting hits onto him. He seemed like the biggest threat to these guys. But as he turns around, he notices you, the short pine, coming in with 2 heavy hits, and he realizes, oh shit,
Shattered my ankles.
shattered my ankles. Fuck! Julie, you're up next. Unless you had something else you were going to do. Vigo?
No, that's it. Sorry.
Okay, Julie, you're up next.
All right. Because you can. I'm going. I'm assuming it's been 8 hours because we had a long rest.
Yes.
I'm going to activate my Eye of Burning Blood, and I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to lash out all around me with my greatsword. So, starting with the one that Vigo attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, that's supposed to be advantage. Hold on.
Okay.
That's the second roll. So
All right.
that's
We'll count to 24. 24 connects. All right. He's still standing, but he looks pretty bloodied.
Next attack on him.
24 connects. All right. Turning around against the swarm of thugs that have connected around you, you activate your trinket, going into a flying advantage rage of sorts, and take out one of them before he manages to connect a blow on either of you.
All right. My bonus attack is going to be to the one just to the north of me, directly to the north.
Okay. Crit. All right. Heavy hit. He's not down.
All right. Now I'm action surging. My first hit of the action surge is going to be on that guy again.
All right. Crit. He's out.
All right. And then the one just to the left of him in the corner.
Okay. 19 connects. All right. Ouch. Max damage. Well, not max damage, but anyway.
Previous one was max damage, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you take out a second one, going into your flying burst of energy. So catches these guys off guard, but after using that, they clearly take note of that particular trinket of yours. All right, done for your.
Yes, I am done for my turn.
Okay. Kay, you're up next.
Liking what Julie's got going, I'm gonna go great sword as well.
Shh.
I'm gonna stand on top of this guy's corpse and hit this guy.
Okay. Charging forward, the shadow weaves around your weapon, transforming it to your will. 19 and 13 both connect. They are not particularly armored. They are hardy. Hardy enough to withstand both of those attacks, hefty as they were.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
That's it.
Okay. Drelloff, you're up next.
See, I'm going to move to here and hit the guy that's on.
All right, go for it. 15 connects. All right. You chop into his backside. His attention turns back around to you, and these guys suddenly realize that they're the ones being surrounded.
So that 13 hit.
13 hits as well. All right. That one hits him hard. He nearly staggers back, clutching onto the wound that you did deep into his shoulder blade, but he raises a Morning Star defensively.
And it's my turn.
All right. A mace, excuse me. Treverin, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to move 15 feet down, see that things have changed, and kind of sighing a little bit. But what I'm going to do is targeting the beholder.
Don't do that darkness crap.
Oh, I want to do it now just because you said don't do it.
I'm just going to
I
point
can
out
still
it's
see through it.
Wait, you can?
Yep, I can. I can see through mine.
If he casts
what?
it, he can see through it.
That's not normally how darkness works.
I know, but mine's special. Remember, mine's based on my ratio. Here, I'll just put it
Oh,
here.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You can see through it. You have
Yep.
to spend the sorcery points, though.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder that it's a 20-foot sphere with darkness, and this is a 20-foot high ceiling. So if you cast it, it's going to reach clear down to the ground level.
I know. I wasn't gonna do it. I'll just give Vigo a hard time.
Okay.
Well, actually, I mean, that's better than the inky tentacle take damage blackness. I thought that's what you were
wrong
going
guy.
for.
Wrong person. You need to
Wrong
be
guy.
looking at your warlock over there.
I'm sorry, I'm new.
I'm new. All right. Anyway, back to what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
Aiming at him. I'm going to hit him with that.
Wow. All right.
Vigo, you keep complaining, but I'm gonna tell you don't knock it till you try it.
And
I tried it. I was
actually
on the
doing that
receiving end
at
of it.
a level 2.
Oh.
Okay. So
And
your
it did not chain, did it?
it did not chain, I'm afraid,
Damn it.
because you rolled a 6 and a 3. So, excuse me. So, yeah, because on a crit it doubles the d6s. It does
Yeah.
not double the d8s.
Yeah. So you said it was 3? Hold on. Yeah, 8 and a 3. Fire.
Which actually doesn't make sense to me. I would think it should double the d8s.
Because of the higher end of the spell.
Well, no, it has the increased d6. Well, it has the increased d. No. Chaos Bolt, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 on a hit. You cast a higher level spell, which adds the extra d6 damage on top of it. But a crit should be double all of the dice, I would think. Let me look that up real quick. Chaos Bolt 5e crit.
Go Reddit. No.
Well, didn't it? Hold on. It was 2d8. Did the 1d6 plus the crit, then my extra damage plus the crit. No, it did double 2d8s. One d8 was 11, and then or 2d8s was 11, and the other 2d8s was
Oh,
a
yeah,
6
yeah,
and a
right.
3.
Okay, you're right. So it did roll 48. Good.
Yeah,
So you got
yeah,
an
it
8 and a
did,
3
it
and
did.
a 6 and a 3. So it does double because you got
Excellent.
2 3s fire.
Excellent. So that one goes at the beholder, and then since he's got a friend within 5 feet, I'm hitting him too.
30 feet, but yes, I can chain. All right, so which one are you chaining it to?
The one right next to the beholder.
Okay, so 21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that one.
Finally, something paid off with this thing.
Paid off because of crit.
Hey,
3 and a 5.
I'll take it.
All right, so that
fire
one.
damage again.
Okay, so that's 27 and 6 is 33 points of damage from the Beholder zombie. And then it chains onto the next guy for 17. So, as it chains to the next guy in front of both Dreloff and Vigo, you watch as this chaotic bolt of energy kind of chains off 20 feet from the air onto him, and it just kind of bursts into flames. When it hits the Beholder zombie, he has undead fortitude, so DC of 5 plus the damage taken. Yeah, he's not going to beat that no matter what he rolls. So after this blast of chaotic energy burns these two things down, Vigo and Draloff, you're momentarily startled by the creature in front of you bursting into flames, but only for a bit. You're used to seeing it. And then you're much more startled by the hefty creature landing no more than 5 feet away from you, Draloff, as it slams against the ground, blazing like a Roman candle.
I look
Yeah,
up
Oh.
at Treverian and
that's
say,
my
nice
turn.
shot.
You look up at Treverin and what?
Nice shot.
Nice shot, kid. Don't get cocky.
Nice shot,
Singe,
man.
Singe is
Singe, you're
gonna
up next.
Singe is gonna move to here. And
Peekaboo.
cast. Hold on. Oh, where is it?
Spiritual weapon. All
Right
right.
here.
Okay.
And it hits, it doesn't. But I'm going to remain where I'm at right now. I'm going to
All right.
also maintain with the concentration.
Okay, you're hitting the guy right up here.
Yeah.
All right, 11 actually hits, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, cool.
Yep, these guys do not have particularly high armor class.
Oh, what the hell am I doing? 1d8.
Click on the text that says spiritual weapon. That'll roll the damage for you on the chat channel.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Okay, there it goes. All right.
All right.
And now I'm going to stay there.
Okay. By the way, do you want me to do it to where it just auto rolls the damage for you, so you don't have to do that?
No. It's okay. I was just distracted by something. So.
Okay.
Yep. Again. Be right back.
All right. So, his turn run. For what it's worth, that spiritual weapon slams down on top of that particular thug, and it manages to take him out.
No.
So, you got one guy left who's still somewhat hardy looking, who suddenly realizes he is very much surrounded. However, it is these guys' turn back here, and they are going to start moving in.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, yes. Please.
So that one's moving all the way up there.
Does
This
Draloff
one,
get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, he passed by two of us.
Draloff
No,
already used the attack of opportunity against the Beholder earlier.
That
I
was a
have
different
not.
turn.
Mm,
Draloff was
it?
standing up here when he flew up in the air, and then after he flew up in the air, we all rotated and went over here.
Yeah, you're right. So Draloff will get an attack of opportunity.
He didn't go past you, though, Vigo, because he went
No,
here
he did not go past you.
and then went up.
Yeah, but he went through here.
No, he went from here to here, so that's not near you, and then up.
Yeah, but I see that line as going through this square right here.
That was his path right there, the blue line. So,
Oh, look at you. All right.
Draloff, go ahead and make your attack of opportunity.
I did. I rolled a 27.
Okay, roll your damage. That will hit. All right, you do clasp against him as these bugbears charge in, trying to take a flanking position. All right, and then this one, he can't dash that far. You know what? This guy's going to move up right next to Vigo. This one, it's going to go there. This one, oh, it's fun measuring, ain't it? It's going to go there. And the last one It's going to go there. And then, finally, after they all dash into position, you see a very angry-looking woman wielding a fairly sizable great axe is going to charge out. And she is actually going to move right up next to Draloff. One move. And pulling out her great axe, she is going to roar in your face, Draloff, and she is going to recklessly attack you. That's a miss. Holy fuck, Joe.
Is his name Joe?
No, my name's Joe.
I recklessly laugh at her for missing.
She goes, wow, I'm off my game today.
I turn around like, you hit like a girl.
Fuck you. Hang on, here's a better voice. Fuck you. She sounds like Dr. Girlfriend. All right. The remaining thug, who's in the midst of all of this, is definitely going to lash out in Kay's direction with his mace, hoping to strike against him. Yeah. And he has advantage on him, so that's what I was making sure. All right. 20 against you for 5
That'll
points.
hit.
And that one won't. Taco the Bugbear is going to charge up against the one that was injured, and taking out his own Morningstar, he is going to slam down on top of him, missing. The zombie's dead. We'll get rid of him in the initiative order. Vigo, you're up.
So, 5 bugbears and a human?
4 bugbears and a human. The 5th one's your ally.
That's right.
I take that back. There's 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too much text. Forgive me.
That's all right. I remember Taco saying that the woman was the leader, so
Yep.
I am going to knock the woman prone with my first attack.
Okay. Opposed athletics checks there.
Come on, shitty electronic dice.
God, she rolls terrible.
I don't even roll that much better, but thank goodness I beat her.
All right, she's prone.
And then,
there it is.
and then I am going to attack her once with the Morning Star.
So
While
it's
she's
worse
on the
lieutenant
ground.
I've ever thrown. All right, connects. 5 points. She takes it.
And that's it.
Okay. Julie, you're up next.
All right, Julie's gonna swing around and looking at all these opponents, he chooses the one with the little blood on him up here in the corner. He's gonna attack him.
All right. He's pretty surrounded, and yep. Fortunately, it seems like the thug's being left alone, and he's pretty grateful for that. All right, 22 connects with the Bugbear. He looks really, really, really badly injured.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Nope, that one's going to get parried.
Ah, okay. That's it, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, I get the bless. That's right, 1d4.
1d4. Still not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
All right.
I tried,
All right.
man. I tried.
Thanks for the reminder.
Well,
Yeah.
so far,
So what-
I haven't had to remind anyone. You guys have been rolling like 25s every time you fucking roll.
On the one side, that is the one thing that any cleric always has to remind the party. Don't forget your bless. Kay, you're up next.
So you said the north one right here is really injured?
That should be a t-shirt. Don't forget your bless.
So this guy's really injured?
So is that
Yes,
thug.
yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Well, then I'm going to look at him and go,
Okay.
is that hit?
14 does not hit. He sees you coming around, ducks before your attack connects.
Bless.
Bless.
You still have bless.
Oh, that's right. I'll do my bless. Hold on. Slash roll 1d4. Does that hit? Does an 18 hit?
Yes, 18 hits.
Okay, so I'm going to hit him for that.
I'll count the 26 against the one to the south of you if you want to use it against him.
I was actually going to use it on the guy who's over here in the corner after that.
Okay, that will hit either way.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the damage for the first strike.
I already did. It's 12 and 12.
12 and 12? Okay. So 12 points. The human in the corner there is looking rough. The one who is already really, really bad off, you take him out.
Okay, but when I kill him, I'm going to do the whole Shang Tsung and go, your soul is mine. Now I'm going to rip his soul out of his corpse.
Okay. Your soul is mine. And your specter comes out.
Let me roll initiative for him. If I can, there it is on his sheet. That was
Alrighty.
Oh, there it is.
16. Alrighty, you're done for your turn, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, Drelloff is up next.
Noticing that their leader joined and in the fray of battle, I use the bonus action to rage.
Alright.
And she's still prone, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all your attacks have advantage.
Yeah, I just turned it on. I'm gonna go against. That's the first swing, 19. Does that hit her?
Yes, it does. Alright. You come down with the battle axe hard into her. She seems to be resisting the blows pretty well. She seems like she's had her own sort of training similar to you.
And I'm assuming that one hits.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that one comes down a lot harder, and she really feels that one. She's still alive.
All right, that ends my turn.
Okay. Treverin, you're up next.
Okay. Aiming at this one and the one below it, because he's standing on a beholder that's probably bleeding and everything else. I figured it's probably a good time to go ahead and hit him with this.
A bubble of acid. Alright. They both have to make dex saves. That's a success. That's a failure. So one of them is going to take 7 points of acid damage. The one to the south.
Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. Send, you're up.
Okay. It's a little unclear on spiritual weapon whether it can occupy the same space as a person or not.
If you want to argue that it hovers over their head, I'll allow that.
Well, I'd kind of like to get in range of with that
Over his head?
over his head, but
Sure.
within 5 feet would be her. Um, so what I would like to do as a bonus action, I would like to have it attack her. But if she's prone and it's a melee attack, do I get advantage on that when as I cast the damage or the attack?
It is considered a. It is considered a melee spell attack.
You only get
So
the advantage if you're in the square next to the prone person.
no,
Anything from
it's
range is disadvantage.
it's considered a melee attack. It's a melee spell attack. So that's what I'm unclear on. So let me look it up.
Does that mean he needs to be in melee range to use it?
No.
No, I can
No,
command it to move with it 20 feet from where it was prior. And because it's kind of like not a full person and it's a spiritual weapon of a sort, you know.
Ah, I see. Okay.
You know what? I'll allow it. If you want to get an advantage to that attack, I'll allow it.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll that again with advantage on.
Okay. 14 will hit, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Five force.
All right. It impacts into her. You hear, but she's still raging through it.
Now, with that said, that was a bonus action. I'm going to take a step up to here. And while I am maintaining the concentration still on the other spell, and I did just use a bonus action to attack with that, I'm going to cast this on her.
All right. Not especially wise. She's going to take the 18 points. She is hardy, though, and is still up, so to speak, but not by much.
Okay.
All right. The bugbears, for their turn, are going to see. There's 4 of them left standing, including one that's next. Nope, that's Taco up there. Sorry. There's still 4 of them left standing. So the one next to the Spectre is going to freak the fuck out and attack you. Missing. The one next to you, Julie. The other one next to you on the south side there, Julie, I should say, is going to attack you. 16, I don't think beats your armor class, no. All right.
Nope.
Then one next to you, Draloff, and one next to you, Vigo. Starting with Draloff, going to make an attack against you. Crit miss. The one against Vigo, 18 beats your AC. No, it does not. All right. She is going to get back up. And in the midst of her rage, completely angry at everything that's going on about this, having been pushed aside by Vigo, she is going to recklessly attack you twice with her great axe. 19 does not beat your armor class. 24 does. You take 14 points of slashing damage as she gets 1 nasty cut against you. At the beginning of the round, the one's freestanding thug up here is also going to get freaked out a little bit by seeing the Spectre ripped out of the bugbear, and he is going to actually attack UK. Both missing.
I snarl
Taco is going to cautiously step around the bugbear, stepping around to this corner, and then he's going to attack that bugbear down there with his Morning Star, missing. The Spectre is up. Okay, what does the Spectre do?
So I'm gonna have the Spectre attack the next bugbear down
Okay.
with a life drain here.
All right. It does hit.
So he takes 5 necrotic and he gets his health reduced by that amount.
Okay.
Hold on, that's not right. 2, 1, 2, that's 5. Should be 9 damage because it should be a +4. Because I'll link it to you real quick. My Cursed Spectre, it gets damage bonus equal to my. So it should be
go ahead
9.
like that. So I'll add it in then. Oops. I'll have to designate this specifically as yours, though. It's K's Spectre, and we'll add that life drain 3d6 plus 4. Well, hang on. Cause the spirit to rise, temporary hit points, roll initiative. It gains a special bonus to its attack rolls, not damage rolls, equal
Oh,
to
you're
your
right,
charisma
my bad.
modifier.
So it's still 5.
So what it does gain in its attack is, what's your charisma modifier?
4.
4.
It looks like it's there.
Well, it's
It says 1d20
It's-
plus 4.
it has a base attack, a base 2 attack of 4 as a specter, I believe, by
Oh.
itself. So
I got you.
I'm just gonna pull up the base stat block here on D&D Beyond. Yeah, so it's really just be a +8 to hit is the
Nope.
change,
I'll take it.
but the damage itself doesn't change. All right, so the specter reaches in. Vigo, you're up next. You just took a really nasty hit by the berserker, by this
That's
woman
all right.
who's raging.
I look at her and say, "You face the line breaker!" And Oh, nope, sorry. So if
Now on
she's
these-
raging, then I get. There you go. I get advantage.
Yep.
The first
Alright.
one and the second one.
Okay, 12 misses, 21 does not.
+4.
Nope, let me
D4.
do
Can't
enough
add-
four.
You can't add the +4 to the attack roll.
Oh, that's
No, that's a
13.
13. Never mind.
13 does connect.
Oh,
You were
shit.
one shy. So go ahead and roll damage for the second strike.
So
Okay.
15 total.
How do you want to do this?
I will swing and take her out at one of her knees, which crashes her down on her knees, and then my second one will deliver the death blow
Okay.
right to her head.
So smashing in one of her kneecaps, she comes down to where she is, even on her knees, she's a tall woman, and so about a head higher than you. She grits under her teeth and says, "How fucking embarrassing." As she gets into final blow, and she falls back. She is no more. Julie, you're up next. Oh, I'm sorry. Vigo, you still have no, that was both attacks. Are you
That was
doing
it.
anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Julie, you're up.
Okay, Julie's gonna swing around and attack the human thug over here.
Okay. Crit. Crit.jpg. All right. You take your sword. You're kind of focused on the bugbears and the scene in front of you. You know the thug's back there. You hear him readying his mace. You just take your greatsword and you're like, thwap, casually behind you, and you just casually kind of carve his head clean in two and just pull the greatsword back out in front of you without even looking behind you.
And second attack on the bugbear on the other side.
All right. $19 does hit. All right. He struggles a little bit. He's still standing.
And I get my bonus attack because I got a kill, and
Yep.
that'll be on the same bug.
And a crit. All right. 25 hits. All right. He's still standing, but not by much.
Alrighty, I am done.
All right. Okay, you're up next.
So I'm gonna hit the guy right next to my specter first.
Okay. $12 does not land.
I'll try it again.
Bless.
Oh, can I keep using bless?
So long as he's concentrating on the spell, you still have access to it.
I thought it was only one time useful. Then I will roll that. I don't think I have 13 hits though.
Now, what you're thinking of is guidance. 13 does not hit. And you can add bless to the other attack. Well, hang on. Let me check that. I think it's only once per turn.
I thought it was every weapon attack, but I could be wrong.
Nope, you're right. It's any weapon attack, so you can add bless to the other strike there too. All right. 16 does connect, so you can roll damage on that. All right. To the power of blessings, you managed to take out that bugbear.
That's super OP. That's not how it worked at all, or how I thought it worked at all. But I guess I'll kill him, and then I'll just step on his corpse.
Whoops. All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Drelloff, you're up next.
The one I'm gonna swing. Either one of these damage. The one right next to me, the one below.
Well, the one directly below you is dead. The one to your bottom left is not damaged at all. The one to your right has taken a little bit of damage. And the one to your top right has not taken any damage.
I'm gonna swing into the one to my immediate right there.
All right.
I'll turn on advantage because I'm gonna swing with reckless attack.
Reckless abandon.
Oh, fuck.
Crit. You said the top, what direction?
The one to my right.
The one to your immediate right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's badly injured. It looks like he cannot take another blow like that.
Oh yeah, yes.
Another crit. All right. With that final hefty blow, you managed to practically cleave him in twain, smashing his ranks asunder with a righteous fury.
Ends my turn.
Okay, Treverin, you're up next.
Alright, since there's no mobs within 5 feet of each other, I'm going to change my tactic and aiming at this guy. I'm going to hit him with a firebolt.
All right. 17 connects. All right. You burn him a little bit. He's still standing.
Yep.
All right. Sid, you're up.
Alright, we're going to take a swing with With the spiritual weapon.
Does your spiritual weapon have a name?
At this point, hardly hits. Um.
Unfortunately, 15 does not.
Okay.
So you named
And
it Sire?
Ooh.
that's pretty good. And then I will do the toll the dead on that same target.
All right.
But is he wise enough to survive?
Nope. Well, wise enough to survive, but he still takes the damage. So one time all night you've gotten better rolls on the D8s before the D12s.
Yeah, well, hey, it is
All
what
right,
it
done for your turn.
is. Oh yeah.
All right. All right. This one off in the corner looks around and that's Taco. Sorry, hang on.
Yep.
It's so many bugbears. I can't remember. All right. This one looks around at the situation that's unfolding, looks over at the other bugbear and goes, "Ah, shit," and is going to disengage as an action out towards this door. And the other one is too much in a frenzy to notice anything else that's going on. He is going to attack you, Julie.
All right.
Missing. And she's dead. And they're dead. Taco says, "No, I don't think so." And he is going to chase after the one that's running away. And he is actually going to attempt to grapple him. So this is his strength. This is the opponent's strength. He grapples that bugbear. All right. The Spectre is up next. Okay, what does the Spectre do?
Oh, sorry. I'll have him rotate. Actually, I'm gonna give him the verbal command to follow those bugbears.
Okay.
And he can move 50 feet. So he's gonna float down here.
Taco say, "I think creeps me out."
And he's gonna.
Just to be clear, that one there is Taco.
Oh, next one then. Sorry. There you go.
All right. 13 does not connect, I'm afraid.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's it.
All right. Vigo, you're up next. There's one that is grappled by Taco towards the south. And then there's one somewhat injured who is standing on top of the corpse of the Beholder zombie and is in the middle of attacking you.
Not me. Everybody else. They can handle that.
So what are you doing?
Well, I can't get to that bottom one. I don't have enough movement. I can move through, but I can't occupy
Same.
the
Can't
same
occupy the
space.
same space, no.
Didn't think so. Then I drop my shield in Morning Star and ready my crossbow and shoot at the guy in the south if I can.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Your crossbow bolt almost hits Taco, who goes, "Hey, wait a minute, watch where you're aiming that thing."
And that's it.
All right. Julie, you're up.
That one remaining bugbear. Let's have at it.
All right. 15 misses. You'd have bless. 16 connects. All right. He's on his ropes.
One more.
Nope.
It's not gonna hit.
Nope.
Dang it! All right.
Finish it off, Kay.
Step aside, peasant.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
laugh if you miss.
All right. That's going to be enough that it takes that one out. You do have one that's to the south and grappled. It is trying to flee.
I don't think I can get to him though in time. No. So I will just walk to here. That a bit?
All right. Drelov. What's your movement speed?
35.
Oh, wow. Unarmored movement, huh?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna swing at the one he's holding. Unreckless, of course. 16 hits.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick.
Okie
Restrained. Whoops, come on. Okay. 16 does connect. So Taco's kind of holding him steady. You come down, still in the midst of your rage, and you come down hard against him with the axe. Taco manages to shift his hand out of the way, giving you room to take a clean cut.
I'm assuming he's still alive.
He's still alive, coughing up blood. Roll damage. All right. That one will finish him off.
Cool.
And he just dies in Taco's arms, who lets him just kind of fall limp to the ground. You're out of combat.
I gotta know if this lady had anything in her pockets or anything on her.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, let's search them
Come on,
all.
eyes don't fit.
I go around here to make sure there's no more enemies in the other room.
Okay. You see in the other room, in the center of the room, is a 10-foot diameter circle with 10 equidistant spokes extending outward from its circumference, and it looks like it's painted in blood. There are, along the walls, 15 leather hammocks. And that's what you see. As you're searching the bodies, let's see that perception check. Those are terrible perception checks. You can find the coin pouches on each of them, for a total collective sum of about 50 gold across the thugs and the bugbears, and about 150 off of herself.
I will look as
Singe,
well.
you find the battle axe, although you don't think it's magical in any nature, it is ornately carved. They're worked along the hilt. There is a handful of precious sapphires, and you think you sold this to the right buyer, you could probably sell the great axe itself for around 250 gold.
I give it to Julie.
You said 250?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything
Taco,
else?
what's this symbol on the floor mean, Taco?
He says, that would be the Xanathar symbol. 10 equidistant spokes out from a circle to represent a beholder, much like the Xanathar himself.
Hmm.
Taco says, now that we've taken her out, if I get the head in return with that, I'll be allowed to keep my old job and still manage to pocket all the gold you gave me. And personally, I wouldn't mind making my way somewhere into not Shadowkeep, what the hell? Personally, I wouldn't mind making my way into Skullport, but I ain't going through that third level while there's a war going on.
Well, take your trophy and then lead us to the stairs if this is the way through.
He says, well, if you just continue along the pathway to the south there, that will lead you to the stairs.
Killy, besides the wonderful drawing on the floor in blood, is there anything else in this room?
Make a perception check.
Heck. Seems a little odd.
Out of curiosity, what stands out as odd about it?
Well, if this is an outpost and there's this room, I don't know.
Okay. What's
Seems like
interesting enough You notice that
Seems-
something's off a little bit about the wall in the side of the room here. So you kind of push along it, and it pushes inward.
Aha!
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 But what
Doctor
secrets
says,
does it hold?
"Oh
I don't
shit, I
know.
didn't know that was there."
Hey, Kelly, can you do me a favor really quick?
What's that?
Can you give my Spectre some form of, like, vision or light radius?
Yeah, hang on.
Thank you. Because if I walk away from it, I might lose it.
Should have it now.
I still can't see it for some reason.
Well, hang on. If I drag him back here, do you see it?
No, he's gone.
Try this. How about now?
There we go. Looks good. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Draloff, up front, we have further outpost to clear.
Okie dokie.
I'm just gonna walk in.
All right. Inside this room,
I turn around and tell Taco, you can get the head. We're gonna check this room out real fast.
okay. So a couple of things. First off, you notice that there is another hidden door to the south, which isn't too hard to spot from where you are.
I'll open it.
The other thing, before you make that decision,
Yeah.
worked around the corner here against the wall, you see another one of those arch gates. This one is embedded into the wall and has the image of what looks like an insectoid-like creature with a rust color.
An insectoid type creature with
Does
a
it look
rust
like
color.
forearm fucknuts that we
No.
fought before?
Forearm fucknut.
You can make a nature check to see if you can discern what it is. Kay doesn't know.
I'll ask Taco if he's seen it before.
What's nature intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't say I have. Now, Singe and Julie, you know that the monster being depicted there is a rust monster.
Okay.
It's a insectoid-like creature that survives on eating metal.
I'm gonna kick a rock to the portal.
A rock through the portal?
I'm just gonna kick a rock into the archway and see if there's anything that happens.
It bounces off of the stone wall.
Knowing how I figured out the other one, and not knowing that that's a rust monster, and it looks like an insect, I'm gonna cast that on it.
Okay.
See if that does anything. Seeing that it looks like a bug.
You cause a couple of bugs to kind of swarm around the edge of this. It might discuss some of the rest of you out. As the mites kind of swarm around it, nothing happens.
So I will tell Kay it has something to do with that symbol, but I don't necessarily understand what this one means.
I'm gonna ask my Spectre to walk through.
Okay.
Or float through, I guess, in this sense.
It floats through the wall.
Yeah, I look at Kay. It's like the portal's not active.
Didn't you
I didn't
have-
know. Well, because the other archway wasn't active, but if I walked through it, shit happened. I was invisible.
That was a different archway.
Yeah, that
The
was a
portal
different
itself wasn't
archway.
activated. I had to hit it with my staff, which was a dead tree, seemed to activate it. So it seemed to have something to do with wood.
Maybe this one has something to do with metal.
Well, I don't know that. All I see is an insect.
Tap it with wood this time. See what happens.
All right. I walk up to it and I tap it with my quarterstaff. I will suspect nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I lay my sword against it.
Isn't your sword like shackling fused?
Yeah, but it's still a long sword. It just interdimensionally can form into whatever I want it to.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
I open the secret door.
Okay. Pushing the secret door beyond, you can see, kind of around the corner, is what looks like some sort of armory that's hidden away back here. And there are currently 3 bugbears that are digging through different weapons and armor racks around the bookshelves that stand in the middle of the room, dust filled with these. You can see several aisles between them, and it looks like the bugbears are shifting through different weapons and armor and throwing away the more deteriorated looking ones and trying to keep some of the better looking ones, as if they're building up something of an armory here. You see half embedded in the floor in the middle of the room is a sharpening wheel, and there is a stone pedal next to it. As you enter into the room, the bugbears kind of wake up with a start, grab a couple of the morning stars, and they go, whoa, fuck. Well, shit. Who are you?
We are the weapons inspectors, and we came to inspect your armory for and confiscate any weapons that may be higher value than your net worth.
And I
Make a
winked
dis-
at him.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Deception.
They look at each other, confused. They look back at you and they go, weapon inspector.
Yep.
Are you from the Xanathos Guild?
Xanathos.
Xanathos, whatever it is. What is
You
it?
say that in character?
No, what the hell is it?
Xanathar.
Xanathar.
Are you from the Xanathar Guild?
Are you not? Listen,
Let's see.
I
I charge
the other
forward
one.
and
I
attack.
motioned Taco to go. Oh, never mind.
No, you as you charge forward, they raise the morning star kind of reflexively to parry. The guy to the south goes, whoa, 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 listen. I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume that if you guys made it through, then things have gone badly for the main group in the other hallway there. So
Why would you say that? We're just here inspecting weapons.
Do you want to meet your friend? Have the specter rolling through the wall.
holy shit! Crap! Keep that thing away from me. Yeah, I'm not having this. The one to the south says, "Okay, we surrender."
So,
Fuck.
I will step up saying, do you can you tell us the location of your other outpost, and we might let you live?
At this point, Taco steps forward. He looks through and he says, "Ollie, Taco. Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing working with the Xanathar Guild?" "Well, why are you not? Why are you not?" I'm getting all my accents mixed up now, trying to do different bugbear accents. "Why are you working with the Xanathar Guild? Why are you not?"
I'll look over at Taco. Is this a friend of yours?
Friend is a light word. Try brother.
Whatever he is.
Oh, so he's
3 of you drop your weapons and get in the corner.
You heard the man. Asshole. They drop their weapons and they get into, with hands raised, they're going back up into this corner over here.
Yeah, I step forward and I tell Vigo, why don't you look through those weapons and see if you can find you another weapon, while Taco and I have a little discussion with our 3 friends over here. And I'll come back over here and say, your brother will probably be more likely to talk to you than us, so why don't you ask him where the location of the other outpost is?
Taco says, I'm afraid I highly doubt that.
Would a fireball to his face persuade him?
It'd make me feel better.
So what? I'm going to search the room.
I'll
What's in
turn
the room?
around and I look at Taco's brother and say, it seems like y'all have a little bit of a little spat in the family here.
He says, well, if this guy wasn't such a dick to his girlfriend, you shut up, all right?
Now, no name calling. You give us information, and
I won't rip the soul out of you.
yeah, exactly. You won't look like our Spectre friend here in
The
a few
one
minutes.
who's not a brother says, "Oh, right. Listen. The other outpost is." As soon as the DM looks at his map and remembers,
Are you having
is off
fun,
to the
Julie?
north. Is off to the north somewhere. All right. Well, we've never been there ourselves. We were just told here to hold the place and look for loot. We just found this secret armory days ago.
Days ago. Okay. So you're. So what other loot have you found?
You're looking at it, and he kind of gestures to the different piles of morning stars and armors that have been kind of haphazardly stacked together.
So you hadn't found any good loot's what you're saying.
I mean, it's a lot of armor. This is practical armory here. You could, the weapons aren't easy to come by down here if you don't already have them.
I see. I kind of look around at the group. Okay, you got any questions for these three? I don't really feel like we've already killed enough bugbears today. I'm feeling a little generous unless Taco has a beef with his brother here.
He says, "Would you allow me one courtesy? Would you allow me one courtesy?"
Is that Taco asking or is that the other one?
That's Taco asking. "Would you allow me one courtesy?"
Taco, you've earned my respect. You can have any courtesy you like. If you like to go beat the crap out of your brother, go right ahead. I'll sit here and watch.
He walks over in front of his brother, who's got his hands raised. He boops him on the nose with one hand and then punches him in the nuts as hard as humanly possible, causing him to fall over and take 10 points of holy shit damage. And Taka walks back and says, "Thank you for that. You three run out and let's never see your faces again. By all means." And the brother kind of gives him the middle finger and says, "This ain't over." And they're all going to run out, assuming you let them.
And as they run out, and since he gave that threat to Taco, I'll say, just remember, if you do anything to Taco, you'll look like the Spectre friend soon enough from us.
Make an intimidation check.
It's kind of funny. I'm making the intimidation check with K Spectre.
Well, still, you're
I
the
know.
one insinuating.
Oh, dang
All
it.
right.
That's a disadvantage on.
We'll count to 19. So his back is turned to you as they begin to walk out. Draloff, you clearly notice there's a thin line of urine making its way down his pants as they walk outside.
I point and laugh.
All right. But they're out of the room. Inside,
Yeah.
you see the sharpening wheel as well as these different piles and racks of armor and weapons.
I look over at Vigo saying, is there anything of use here that you can take advantage of? Yes, I know you've been kind of running around with a, not so great weapon. Hopefully you can find some better equipment for yourself while we venture forth.
What kind of armor and weapons are in this room?
You see plate armor, scale armor, chainmail, as well as scores of shields, battle axes, morning stars, war hammers, war picks, and javelins.
I'll drop the. Well, no. Let me. Any of the plate armor? Will it fit, and is it in good condition?
You find it's in good enough condition that it'll function. Although it could use a shining at best. As far as a military man goes, this needs cleaning, but it'll function in a pinch.
All right. So, if it'll fit, I'd like to take off my scale and upgrade to plate armor.
All right. We'll get rid of the splint, and I will add the plate.
And
And
I look
also-
at Taka and say, if you see anything you would like to arm yourself with, feel free. Nothing here that I'm going to take. And then look at Julie. If you find any treasure, it's yours. And kind of head back over.
Julie would like
Okay.
to give the sharpening wheel a spin.
Also check the warhammers. Are there any serviceable warhammers?
Yes.
All right. I'll drop this bugbear morning star and get a good, nice, decent warhammer.
All right. It is dwarven forged. Oops. Huh. All right. So there's warhammer there. Your plate armor's taken care of. Who was doing what else?
Can you get rid of that morning star in my inventory?
Yeah.
Julie's going to use the sharpening wheel.
Okay. It is functioning, so you can use it to sharpen your weapon. And if you want, go ahead and just make a sleight of hand check as you're sharpening your weapon.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
Yep. See how well you can do it. Okay. You spent some time sharpening your weapon, getting it nice and set, cleaning it down a little bit. I will say, for the next hour in game time, your weapon will essentially function as a +1 weapon.
Oh, nice.
So I'll just drag that to your inventory. Just remember, it only lasts for an hour. +1 greatsword.
Do you want to make it an hour or a set number of uses?
An hour of in-game time. That'll be easy enough to track as it is.
All right.
Sorry, damn dog bothering me.
Okay.
So,
Talk.
Shall
So
we be about business now?
Taco says, if you'll allow me to take the head of that berserker there, I would
All
be
yours.
quite... All right.
Yeah.
He takes it and says, are you guys going to head straight down then to level 3?
I think that's the way we're gonna go. Tell your boss that here's half of what we promised, and when we come back through, we'll probably come by and see you and go take care of the other side. If you hear them mobilizing, I don't know if there's a way to warn us, but it'd be nice if we had a little bit of warning.
He says, we'll do what we can. I'll see what I can do. I can get a runner, probably, if nothing else. Hey, you've been courteous and generous, and I hope the best of luck for you.
You as well, Taco.
Take care, friend. And he wanders back to the north.
I bow and continue on, following whoever's leading at this point. I don't even know who's in front. Okay.
Yeah, Julie will open the door.
Okay. You open the door beyond. There are, as soon as I turn them all back on, because it's dynamic lighting.
that's a long hallway.
Are those lights turning on as I tag them for you guys?
Where would they be turning on at?
Down the
Oh, they're-
hallway here.
Yeah, now they're
yeah,
starting
I
to
see
turn
one
on.
little one. Yeah.
See a little one right there.
Is it still
Yep,
going?
I see
Yeah.
that.
I
Alright.
see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
All
here.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Let me tag them all on.
You know,
You probably don't want to make your way up to the hallway until I've turned them all on.
okay.
So, I'm going to drag you all back just because you would see this, and I'm going to allow you to make a reaction about this. But as you enter in, there's a 30-foot high ceiling that is arched, that is studded with glowing red crystals that cast this red crystalline light throughout the entirety of this hallway. At the far end of the hallway, you see what looks like 2 ballistae.
Mm-hmm.
I look
And
over
you
at our fighters and our military dude and kind of just point.
They look like ballista, but
Siege weapons.
You don't suppose they're pointed at us, or do you?
I mean they're pointed down the hallway. We're at the other end of the hallway.
I'm gonna send my Spectre to investigate. See if there's
Okay.
anyone manning them.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any operators, so I don't know how they're going to fire at us.
all right. As soon as your Spectre gets downwind, the ballistae on the far end of the hallway seem to animate all on their own and begin to fire bolts of energy
Oh shit!
on their own at the Spectre. both of them launching a held action against him for 24 and 35 and 8 is
Death. It's death.
43 points.
Just
So
do that
over
for
60
you.
points of fire damage as the Spectre comes in.
So right
Wait,
there where
is
he
it
died
fire
is when-
damage?
Yep.
Oh, put him back on there then. He's resistant. I don't know if it's going to be enough though.
Well, let's see.
He has 22 hit points. Or actually
He was-
25, sorry, because of my bonuses.
So it's going to be 24 reduced to half is 12. 25 and 18 is 35, 43. Reduced to half is 21.
Never mind, he's dead.
Where did they open fire at when he was down the hallway?
It looked like on the other half of it.
Like right there or so?
Right about there.
Okay.
Hey, Trevarin.
Automated ballista.
Yeah. What's
There's
up?
no. We don't happen to have any way that they won't be able to see us, do we?
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. What do I have? I just don't know the range on this thing. Hold on.
I think it's 120 feet, isn't it?
No, mine's a little different. I think. 60 feet.
Because I'm gonna say you could probably walk up about a quarter of the way down the hallway, then drop that.
So it's 180. So need to get to about there. Nope.
I mean, it doesn't have to be right on top of him as long as it is enough to
Yeah,
scoop at
no,
you until.
I'm doing it based on where the range is too. 15 foot.
Are you planning on
So,
engaging these things? Is that the hallway we need to go down?
I don't know.
Well, now
We
I'm just
didn't-
curious what's on the other end of it, or what
I mean,
they're
it's-
guarding.
Yeah, it's gotta be guarding something. So 60 feet there. 30 feet. So yeah, I'd have to get to right about. I'd have to get a little over halfway there to throw darkness on them.
Even if it's just right in front of them, so we can get on top of them. Like it doesn't have to be touching them. Just enough for us to get.
Oh
on
yeah,
them.
that's true. That's true.
Um,
So this is what this is.
let me,
I kind of look at everyone else. See, is everyone else interested?
Kelly, before they walk down that far, right?
Mm-hmm.
From here, we can vaguely see them, right?
Yeah, the red light that is being caused by the crystalline, crystals. You can see them. And I think I told you wrong because while you're doing your calculations. They would have engaged the Spectre as soon as they got within about 120 feet of him.
Oh shit.
With that being
So
said,
the Spectre would have died right about here.
Yep.
Okay.
With that being said, from this distance, because of the lights that are on in the room, does it look like they even have eyes?
The ballista? No.
And there
Does it
doesn't
look
look
like
like
they
there's
rearmed?
anyone operating them, right?
It looks like they've rearmed. Yep.
Okay.
Seems like they've rearmed and fired all on their own. They're firing when you saw the Spectre go forward. They fired what looked like magical fired bolts of fire.
Vigo is going to sound nuts, but I say we form ranks and charge.
Is that the way the stairs are?
We don't know.
And yes, it does sound nuts.
You were told that the stairs were to the south.
Julie opens this door.
Okay.
Take a look.
Rocks fall over one dice now. You see a hallway that curves around to the west.
All I'm saying is that if there's
Julie?
two ballista that are magically empowered, they're sitting here waiting for someone to come in this hallway. There has to be something in the other room.
Yeah, there has to be treasure over here, Julie.
This
Why
hallway
else would there be a ballista?
Well, this hallway looks parallel, so let's see if maybe it goes to the same area without the ballista.
Or this is just a fool's errand built by this mad mage who constructed this whole damn place.
I like the corridor without the.
Is there anything down there, Julie? Orc man, what do you see?
I don't know. He'll go down
All
a
right.
ways. Anything, Kelly?
Nope.
No.
It continues
No,
around
no.
and eventually curves back around. You run
No.
forward ahead of the party.
All right, I'm not gonna go too far. That's about as far ahead as I'm gonna go. I don't see anything. Nothing.
Make a
of interest.
perception check. In the very, very dim, you can make out the beginning of a doorway and steps leading down.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the party and let them know that the stairs are this way. Stairs are this way.
Well, you know my view, but this is not a military unit. This is a cohort of friends. So, however we decide, or however you decide, I will go along with that.
I'll tell you
So
what,
your
guys.
vote is to not venture
Mine is
forth and go straight down to level 3.
mine is to go
Correct.
towards the stairs. Yes.
I concur. Julie,
I'm
should-
here for the magical
Oh.
items as much as getting that scroll. So if there's something behind that door, I want to get a piece of it.
And you're willing to place your other comrades in danger for an if.
I promise you there won't be any
Right.
danger. I'll lead the way.
I'll look outside. We've put ourselves in danger for less.
That does not make me feel any more comforted.
Didn't say it's gonna be comforting. You asked a question. Don't ask a question you don't want an answer to.
I'll tell you what, guys. It's after 10:30. You guys can deliberate about what you'll do when we come back to this.
Oh, all right.
So
Alrighty.
before we all leave, I have to ask. Not Kent. Crow. Are you
Yes.
here next week?
Nope. I will be at Disney next week.
Okay, that's what I had thought.
Yep. I
So
fly out the 23rd.
right. So within the storyline, you guys are starting to get kind of close to making some major decisions as a group as far as how you want to proceed and who you want to ally with. And that's something I want to make sure everybody's here for. So I'm going to say next Monday, we're probably not going to have a game. The Wednesday after that, let me say this. Next Wednesday, if we have a game, one of the things we could do, and I'll get you guys input on this because I did it last year, I could set something up for like a Halloween one-shot. Depending
I'll
on
be
what you
gone
guys...
next Wednesday also to a friend's birthday party.
Okay. For the remaining 4 of you that are here, if you want, I can set something up for a Halloween one-shot if that interests you.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be down with that.
Sure.
I'm gonna skip this one.
Okay. You know what? If in that case, since there'd be so few of us, I would say let's just skip to next week then. We'll just skip next week. I'll hold off on the Halloween stuff this year, which is fine because I would have to do a lot of prep work in a very short period of time as it is anyway. So, we'll just not have a game next week. Week following, I'm going to be at Disney. So next 2 Wednesdays, we're just not going to have a game.
So we reconvene on the 6th.
Reconvene in November 6th then.
Mm.
So,
Alrighty.
Sounds like fun.